up, turn me down. So, like, right now? Like, we're good?
When is that thing gonna get old?
Never. That shit is never gonna get
when
old.
I expire.
Still I'm in the
It would
grave.
expire. That's what I wish. I wish the bit would expire.
Wow.
That's what I wish.
Yeah.
That's not very friendly, Kevin.
It's not.
It has a lifetime warranty.
No.
Well, either way, top of the morning. Hoochies and hoochettes. Men and women, boys and girls. We are the alcohol enthusiasts.
It's the morning?
Top of the morning. Top of the morning.
Are we top or are we like midway to the top?
No, top of the morning.
Some people, it's top of the morning.
Bacon and eggs top, baby.
Top of the morning.
All right. Now, over there, let's see you're black, aka E-Man, aka Dark Chocolate Love. Right here, we got Captain Diddley himself, Captain Sexy Love, Nico Deep Throat,
Wow.
Sweet Tongue.
That's so gay.
Hey, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Somebody else named that.
So fucking
No,
gay.
Nico.
No,
It came from a queer.
Trying to get some deep throat.
Oh,
Either way, that
either
shit.
way,
Either way, that shit is
shit for a whole
gay.
summer. That was his whole thing.
That shit is gay.
that's what
That-
you are, bro. Like, it's cool, bro. Everybody accepts you the way that you are.
I done been through too much today to deal with that bullshit.
Right.
Deep throat for years.
We're
I've
glad
done too much
that
today
you're
to
alive.
deal with that bullshit. Yeah. Live your lives,
You're
man.
alive.
Live your lives, man.
But in the meantime, you're still sexy love. You got shit you gotta.
Oh, what? Why do you still have to continue going?
That's not going in. Bro, sexy love came at a time
I'm
of
finna
importance.
steal this nigga.
Do it.
I'm finna steal this nigga live on
I'm trying to
camera.
figure out why you're going to be.
Do
Hey,
it.
man, go on with your life.
I, myself, and Panama Chuck Dirty. Yeah, you can call me AC.
He left out bitch.
I was finna spit some shit,
He had a brain fart.
and I was like, nah, I can't talk about that. We gotta talk about that on OnlyFans.
He went all blank.
Now, to my right, okay, we have El Pancho, the Duke, or the Emperor.
I don't fucking remember.
Shit.
I don't
The
fucking
Emperor,
remember.
light skinnedness. Yeah, all of the above.
My nigga
Lover boy,
Shirat.
Shirat. That is Sherrod Royce Johnson.
That nigga gave up.
And collectively,
Start to finish.
and collectively, I'm sorry. Back there,
That's disrespectful,
we got Philadelphia, Philly, Kelly. She's been in and out of her Philly accent today. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you out here different.
I haven't been paying attention.
She just came back from a wedding. They called the bouquet, so we'll be on the lookout.
I'm still bitter about that. We'll talk.
All right,
You
we'll
called
talk
the
about it.
bouquet?
Hear about
Oh, damn.
No, that's
And
not
collectively, we are the Alcohol Enthusiast Podcast. Nice to see you all again. We heard that some of you were upset that we weren't going live, so here we are.
Right. We don't want you upset of us.
And today's theme is
Upset at us.
Final destination.
Hey, look.
Hold on. I was about to say, let me leave right
Nah,
now.
It's-
we good.
Plenty of people with tequila.
Hey, look. It's Tequila Mockingbird today.
Tequila vodka versus
Tequila
You know, we
vodka.
gotta add
I can
R.
roll
Kelly
with that.
to the thing today. We gotta talk about R. Kelly.
R. Kelly.
Why?
Definitely gotta talk
Why
about
do we
that.
got to?
What the fuck happened to R. Kelly?
He got convicted. He going to jail now.
I already
He was
knew that.
already in jail.
Right, no, he wasn't in prison.
No, he about to go to prison.
He finna go to prison.
I guess.
Yeah, he about to step in the name of love and that's it.
Can you imagine them niggas being like,
Nigga
dog,
gonna be like,
I need another remix from Get That Ass.
You seen that shit I sent you where that nigga where the picture was like, nah, nigga, don't sing that one. He was like, sing it. He was like, I want you to sing the remix to Ignition. That shit funny as hell. I shouldn't be laughing at that man's pain, but
that
goddamn,
nigga
that's
gonna be
Lord!
And I'm hard.
the funniest one I seen though, it was like, what if you were in prison and you were winning the talent show for like 6 straight years, and then R. Kelly come in?
Because that motherfucker couldn't believe he could fly.
That's funny.
I'll be sad. I'm gonna run up and stab him.
Exactly, right in the child line. Like, nigga, you taking my pride and
Well,
glory.
he's a Chester, so how long do you think he's gonna last in prison? Anyway?
Probably not.
The movie warrior's still in. That nigga raping niggas in prison.
He raping
Yo,
every.
he's
Yeah,
raping
I was
Florida.
about to say he's taking everybody's.
Celebrity deathmatch. Raper Kelly versus Booty Warrior.
Booty warrior.
You think he?
That man
This
on
nigga has
live.
knocked out
No.
convicts.
He said on live television, my nigga, that he would have taken it from a guard.
He said,
You know how tough
they
of a
not,
nigga you
they're
gotta
not
be?
safe for me either. He said, I tell them the same thing. I
Right.
like shit
I like
and,
shit.
and I want shit.
I
We
would've
can do
quit-
this the easy
I
way
would have quit
or
my
the
job
hard
that
way.
quick.
Hell
The choice
no,
is
R. Kelly
yours.
got a
He's from
shot.
Chicago.
That nigga better have a shit.
Bro, that nigga Braves don't even got no hang time, fam. Nah, bro, we not
He
doing
doesn't
that.
have hang
My
time.
nigga Robert
Braves
Kelly
since
like to wear
the
them
90s.
Phantom of the Opera mask while he pee on people. He ain't beating nobody up like that. Nah, bro, that's how R. Kelly losing that fight.
One little question: do you listen to R. Kelly songs and stuff?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
That's fucking
Hey,
amazing.
I rarely listen to R. Kelly
What the
songs,
fuck? People
period.
still listen to Elvis, and he had a fucking 13 or 14-year-old body.
That was Jerry Lee Lewis.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers was still. I still listen.
Great Balls of Fire.
All I know is his music ain't got nothing to do. My bad. Sorry. His personal life ain't got nothing to do with Nico.
Yeah, but he literally called himself a Pied Piper. You know what Pied Piper did, right?
I don't listen to that song.
Okay, so
Why? Because they definitely Hummer.
I never heard him say that.
He attracts.
Pied Piper.
He said it a lot, like
yeah.
toward the later parts of his career.
Yeah,
he was
'cause that's
saying
what
that
you
shit.
were about.
Yeah,
Yeah, but didn't the Pied Piper lead the kids from the village outside?
yeah.
By playing the flute or something.
Yes.
I hypnocized him.
Yeah.
Or
He
was
was
it
telling
the
us
rest?
the whole time he was molested. He was
That
like,
nigga said,
No.
spoiler warning.
Here's the crazy part. When he did
You know why-
that
you know why I
interview,
caught-
the dude was
'cause-
like, so you're not ashamed of having sex with teenage girls? And he was like, now what you mean by teenage?
yeah,
Oh,
when he said he said that like I watched that video. I watched that interview. He said I was throwing a softball question. And the way he answered it, he was like, well, how old? He said, do you like teenage girls? Well, what do you mean by teenage?
It was something
What
like
the
that. Like, I'm like, wait a minute. Pause.
Suspect.
Can we all just acknowledge that in the early 2000s, pretty much every place? No. Every place was selling child porn when the R. Kelly tape came out.
But that was all the bootleg niggas out there.
That's what I'm saying. But niggas was buying child porn, low key.
It wasn't no low key.
Because everybody wanted to see that nigga piss on her. I'm just saying. That shit happened.
right?
That shit was a phenomenon.
You never
You
seen
used to go to the alley over here on Santee Street and shit, and then niggas would be selling bootleg DVDs of R. Kelly peeing on a girl.
God
What you mean? It was right next
They
to
sell everything
Right,
in the
they
fucking
sell everything.
Santee Alley, bro.
Probably buy a child there.
Shit.
Newborn, fresh out.
Wow.
But
Hey, I would believe it.
but we're gonna start with one of these tequilas. I don't know which one.
Start to the left.
All right, we're gonna pass this on to E-Man because he's the
Tequila buyer.
well, not just that. He he can read and what have you.
He has a
Right.
nice shirt on.
Master didn't teach me. I'm just saying, like, hey,
All right, so this first
like
one's
my
going
mama.
to be the Hacienda de Chihuahua. It's a Soto. Hey, somebody Google Soto for me real quick. Because the Soto, like tequila, is a kind of mezcal Solo is an extraordinary pure nectar, highly prized for more than 800 years of its rich flavors. It is made from a wild guavacea plant that grows only in high Chihuahuan desert in northern Mexico. Oh, really? And this one's 38% alcohol by volume, which was like 64 proof. We're gonna say 65.
Either way, it's gonna be a good goddamn time.
Right.
Now, most of you may be wondering why it is that these look like they haven't been in the freezer and we don't have any ice in these cups. Well, it's pretty
Those
simple.
motherfucking thugs.
We drink our shit straight. And if we,
And sometimes,
True.
we are cultured.
Right.
and these are meant to be drunk at room temperature.
Right.
Facts.
Reposado.
That's one of the main things.
Now, if you want to throw it in the margarita, I mean, you can.
Ain't nobody gonna say no.
I'm just saying. This wonderful nectar that we're gonna drink is gonna be amazing. Yeah, this is how Nico gets women naked. He usually does that.
Good.
I'm good. Don't do me like that. Don't.
So wait.
What
So
you mean?
what he's saying
Don't do
isn't
me like that,
true.
bro. That is absolutely not
So
true.
you're not a heavy porter?
Well, that's what that's different from what he
Let's
said.
break it down. Are you a heavy porter?
That's different from what he
So
said,
when
though.
you hang out with a person, do you still pour heavy?
But that is still
Therefore,
different from what
sometimes
he
when
said,
you hang
though.
out, when you hang out with a young lady and you're about to have sexual relations with her, and you guys have a couple drinks.
I have no idea where this is coming from.
No, not one time in my life.
That's
That's what I'm saying.
That's all he sounded.
No, I did
That's
not.
what I'm saying. See, you see what I'm saying? I tried to come to my
That's
own
why
defense.
Nico was stopping.
I tried to come to my defense, and you didn't make it no fucking better. Shut up. I didn't do it. I don't
Hey,
care.
leave it to the nigga.
Like
I
Jesus.
had to make it a little worse.
Jesus
You are a heavy
Christ.
porter, though.
Jesus
I
Christ.
had to, bro.
But I'm a heavy pour for people that don't gotta go home with me. I don't care what y'all do in the world. Fuck yeah. And that's for everybody. Fuck yeah.
No, that is true.
You go out into the world, you grow and live your life. So yes, I'm a heavy pour. But if you gotta come back with me, nah, G. Nah. That's fucking crazy.
Like sprinkles.
That's fucking crazy, bro. Nah, you get a drink, you drinking it by yourself.
Damn.
All right, I'll go first.
Go first.
It's light as hell. I don't know if I like that. Like it's light in terms of like not much flavor. Smooth as hell though. I'm still not sure if I like it. I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
It's real silky on the tongue.
Easy.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna.
Yeah, it's silky on the tongue. It is light than the motherfucker.
Yeah.
So James is leaving a message up here. He says, "I know y'all not on that R. Kelly topic, but I understand what he did was wrong. But come on, can we leave his music alone?"
That's what
No.
I'm saying. Those was bops.
Yeah, wait. They ain't
No,
got
we
nothing.
can't.
Those was bops.
Have you ever known black people be serious? No. We're gonna continue to correlate the what was the name of that album? Children's Factory? Or no? Chocolate Factory. Willy Wonka and them had kids up
This
there.
motherfucker said.
I thought for a minute there it should have been Children's
So
Factory.
that nigga just put it straight out in our face and
He repeatedly
I'm
did.
just saying he was telling
He
children.
was telling everybody.
He said, "Yo, child, you remind me of my G. I'm gonna talk to your parents and have them sell you to me."
Didn't he marry Aaliyah?
I just want to know if he accepted Zelle for a child. That's all I need. To
The
know.
remix to Ignition was fire.
Wait. Didn't he marry Aaliyah before
Yeah.
she was of age?
Yeah, but who didn't marry Leah? Like, one day we're gonna get in here and talk about how Leah was lucky at her.
She married DMX too.
I'm not gonna talk about
She
nothing.
married DMX.
I don't know nothing about nothing, so I
I know
don't
she
know.
married DMX.
Was she married to Dame Dash?
I don't
No,
fucking
no. There was.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because him and Jay-Z both was talking to Aaliyah. So
Yes, but her last dude that she was messing with that had to marry him.
If y'all here listening to that and y'all decide to levy lawsuits against us, remember it's not us. It's us.
what they gonna sue for?
I don't know, but shit. As long as they not
That's
suing
the
me, I don't
public
have
information.
no money.
What money do we have, nigga?
I got less than you, nigga.
Both of y'all got better jobs than I do, so we good.
Who's alive?
We're not gonna get into that, but okay.
But all right.
For shizzle.
Now,
how about y'all? What y'all
back to
talking
this review. It's too light for me.
It's a 7.
I'm nah. At this point,
You're disgusted.
I'm not disgusted. I'm just very disappointed. Like even like when you say tequila, this doesn't necessarily scream tequila for me. It's not bad. It is smooth, like you said. So I'm gonna give it a 6.5.
And this one was $25.
Okay.
This one was 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel what Nico was saying. I feel like it should have a little bit more taste to it, like a little bit more of that bite to
I'm
it.
still gonna drink it.
I'm still drinking. It's incredibly smooth. I think I might like it a little bit more than them, but then again, I ain't a big tequila drinker.
Well, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say I gave this a 7.5, maybe an 8.
Okay, so see, maybe I wasn't paying attention as E-Man was talking about this because he did ask for niggas to look up what Sotol is. Have you ever had mezcal?
Yeah.
So it's not.
It's that. It's not tequila. So that's why it's not strong like tequila. It's not tequila.
Sotol.
It's made pretty much the same way.
We're uncultured, so
Yeah, it's made pretty much the same way. It's just not actually like tequila. So that's why it doesn't have that
I'm mad that
slap you in your face tequila taste.
I'm mad that after you said something, it's just,
Bars.
It, just the flavor of it changed.
well, if you're a lightweight, this is great for you.
Yeah.
Right.
Facts.
Like this is definitely mixed drinks. Mixed drinks with this one. I mean, you could do it with probably these two, but mixed drinks, no doubt.
Kevin, what's our first?
It's the sacrificial lamb.
Exactly.
Our first topic.
Boats and
Our
hoes.
first topic is the family that were dressed up in blackface.
All right, E-Man, take it away.
All right, so for our first topic, I'm a fan of Abba and Preach, so they were reacting to this video. So this is an old video. You know how they had the wife swap videos and stuff like that, but now they're swapping cultures. So they had a black family dress up in whiteface and white people dress up in blackface. And it is the weirdest fucking shit you could ever fucking watch. It's like, I would have to agree with Abba and Preach because they were like, yo, how is this really a show? Because I feel like everybody was overtly kind of racist. And the shit was just fucking stupid. Hey, do we have a clip of that?
Yeah, just let me get it on.
All right. So it was just weird. It was like everybody had this notion about what the other family was doing or how to be white, how to be black. But when you really listen to it, you're like, yo, I've been around black people and white people, and some of this shit's like, I've never seen this shit a day in my life. So it's like, where the fuck is this shit coming from? It was just really fucking weird. Like, strange as fuck. And it just got ridiculous things that the families were doing.
Is it funny at all?
It's fucking
It's
hilarious.
funny. It's fucking hilarious. Because you were laughing like, really? Did he really just say that? Did they really just do that? When the daughter, when she decided to do slam poetry, yo.
Okay. First of all, she was spitting.
I can imagine.
Let's be honest, she was spitting though.
But it's a quote, Schoolboy Q. She was saying big words like a philosophy, so she weird, homie. You can't do that.
Hey, that's why she said her favorite band was the Cranberries.
Yeah,
That don't scream weird. I don't know. Like for me, I'm not gonna say this was racist or anything like that because
It was prejudice.
I can't even say it was prejudice just because like this show came out at a time like
It was stupid.
right. Paris Hilton had a show. Like this was around that same era.
Oh yeah, she was dumb as a mother.
Like and she was just going around being stupid and blonde. So that was a much greater time to me in the early 2000s in which everybody wasn't so sensitive and the whole thing and what you could not say.
No cancel culture.
No cancel culture there. So yeah, I mean to me, this shit was just hilarious. If you saw Dave Chappelle's skit about wife swap, I mean this is the exact same thing. Just you know what I'm saying? Like everybody who felt that way when we felt the little white boy off in the hood and
Like,
say, all right,
for the streets, yo,
No, you know it's funny. Like this shit's kind of like that, bro. But it's like you can't be fucking serious. But It was fucking
Yeah, because it's like hyper. It like, I mean, I guess if you want to say it's prejudiced but it would be prejudiced both ways.
Well, it
the
took
black
stereotypes and then it was
Right.
it hyper focused on those
Because they
stereotypes.
sent, the black boy into etiquette class as a white boy. It was like most white people don't
do
go
this
to etiquette
etiquette
class. Like, what are we talking about?
It was like, what?
Nigga, have you been to Applebee's?
What are we, British?
Applebee's. Applebee's hit you with them $1 margaritas and them $1 drinks. Them shits be stupid nasty, but they get you fucked up though.
It's a shortage now, so them shits may be $5.
Hey, they don't matter. $3 tell me that I don't give a fuck about how it tastes. $3.
Exactly. And they don't skimp you on the size either. That
You
motherfucker
feel
like
me?
they bring that bitch in a mug for $1.
And you be like, really? Like,
Hey, I
They trying to get
really
somebody
have to-
fucked up.
I've done that like 3 times. I was shit faced walking out of there. Happily shit faced. I got what in the little, what you call them, little taco wonton shits?
I fuck with
Popping.
they be good with their porks. Like,
Where is
they
it?
have
Applebee's in Los Angeles.
The closest one is
right here. Oh no.
Lakewood, off of the 91.
Damn.
Yeah,
Nigga, I ain't been to Applebee's in a minute.
I don't remember going to Applebee's.
No, because see, I'm a real nigga. So I chose what I chose at the time. Now, I may disagree with my decisions now, but at the time it was real. Okay? It was fuck Applebee's. It was about Chili's, my nigga.
Chili's don't serve freaking mojitos.
They don't.
Them niggas is trash.
But I'm just saying, at the time, the
Trash.
Texas cheese fries, that was all I wanted.
If you don't serve mojitos, you trash.
What if they serve the mojito not good?
I'd rather have a mojito.
That's not good?
Yeah.
But guess what? He
It's very hard to fuck that up, bro. It's like 3 ingredients. It's hard to fuck that up.
It's hard to fuck up bacon when people do it.
Oh, that's a retardation. I don't know. That's a mental
just
disorder.
overcook bacon.
That's a mental disorder. I can't,
you
can't do nothing about that.
Yeah.
That's a
If you
mental
fuck up
disorder.
bacon and you know how bacon's supposed to look, taste, and smell. Come on, bro. You know what
And first off, even if you fuck up bacon, unless it's like completely black, that shit probably still gonna be fire.
Yeah. No, a little crunch, like a little Cajun to it.
How y'all like y'all bacon though?
Crunchy, not as fuck, but
No,
crunchy.
but crunchy.
I like crunchy and soft.
Yeah. Sometimes if I'm eating a big breakfast, I like crunchy and soft.
Nah, man. I need mine to be crunchy but not burnt.
Yeah, I like it crunchy and
It depends. On a burger, I'll take it chewy, but
That's
every
different.
outside of my burger, yeah, no doubt. I need mine crunchy. I need to go. I need to bite it and
And
hear
a
that.
breakfast with eggs, grits, and bacon, that shit gotta be crunchy.
Thanksgiving, let's see. Thanksgiving week, I'm the guest on the show when I come out there. I just want to drink.
Wait, what happened?
James?
Oh, bam.
Oh, man, well bring your ass, nigga. Damn,
Right.
tired of waiting on your ass. Shit.
I hear ya from ya.
Been saying that shit for a minute, yo.
Yeah,
Hey,
big
so
boy.
what network is it on? The show.
That show was on FX back in the day. It's not on no more. I said that shit got to be like nigga when Blockbusters was popping, like around that time.
Yeah, that would make sense. Can't find a
Like
goddamn
Aaron
Hollywood.
Carter had to be the hardest nigga out at the time.
Aaron Carter was never. Aaron Carter was never the hardest nigga out.
I know,
Never.
but there was a time though that
Nah,
nigga could
bro.
low-key be on the Millennium Tour.
Nah, bro. If they gonna put some white man on there, it need to be either Justin Timberlake or Nick Carter.
Who?
Nick Carter, the older brother.
Man, fuck Nick, man. It's all about Aaron.
Nick was the one on Backstreet Boys.
Right, I was about to say, what
Bro, that's something completely different. Aaron was a solo artist.
And that nigga's career was trash.
Hey, that nigga fought Lamar Odom recently.
What the fuck did that man? He lost. Look at Lamar Odom's tombstone. That fool there.
Well, first of all, Lamar Odom was 6'7".
Hey, bro,
Cocaine he did.
he took that fight. That's his fault. I ain't fighting no fucking crackhead.
So was motherfucking Aaron.
Once a crackhead, always a crackhead.
Yeah.
Nigga. I ain't fighting no
How you
crackhead.
seen this nigga?
Yeah, he was a crackhead.
Yeah, he was skinny as fuck.
I don't give a shit.
He looked sickly skinny.
I wouldn't fight no fucking crackhead, G. But that's me. I don't know.
He was a very
Nah.
real
Your
crackhead.
stepdaddy would.
Well, that's something different.
Right.
Yo, what?
Niggas who come out the military
Nah.
is different.
Cause I was telling him one time about this story about like my stepdad was dropping us off at school one day. We were getting gas, and his bass head from across the street started yelling and acting crazy. And he started approaching the truck. So my stepdad's like, he's telling him, like, he's not even paying attention to this dude. As he keep getting closer, me and my stepbrother like, hey, what's going on? And my stepdad's like, hey, you better move on. And yeah, he was gonna bounce that dude. Expeditiously.
You gotta know Nico said that though.
He was gonna bounce that nigga.
He
He was gonna bounce that nigga, like literally bounce it.
Big Mark is big inside.
That shit funny as fuck.
Right.
I'd have been busting up had he bounced that nigga too. But that's me. I don't know.
All right.
But anyhow, we're gonna move on to this next tequila. We have Avion. This is a reposado.
What did those boys say on that GEICO mixtape? Only eat the pussy if it tastes like Avion.
Oh,
Ah,
this nigga. Okay.
bars, nigga.
But anyway, I don't know if y'all ever had Avion. It's a popular ass brand. I don't know if we said this before, but reposado is like aged tequila. So you got Blanco, Reposado, and Añejo. But this one is the middle one. It's aged like,
what, 2 years?
I think it's like 2 years or something like that. I don't know specifically. I gotta look it up again. But it adds a different flavor to it. Like they aged it in a different type of barrel, and it adds a different flavor. That's what adds the color to it too. Like if you notice between this and like the regular one, clearly the regular one is clear. This one is yellow.
And let me say right now, we were the earliest niggas on Avion. Facts out here.
Yeah.
Okay? Niggas had turned 21. We went down to the Baja Cantina for my birthday. They was buying people tequila shots, mainly me.
Yeah, their fucking shots was expensive
The
too.
way it was. And they said, yo, we got this new tequila, because this nigga didn't want no Patron or nothing like that. He was like, all right, what's the name of it? And he told us it was Avion, and niggas been drinking Avion ever since.
No doubt. We
So
was,
all you new niggas,
we was doing the 42 Don Julio before
Right,
that shit got popular.
that's what I'm talking about, bro. Not everybody.
I feel like Soulja Boy right
So-
now.
so
Y'all
the-
niggas stole my whole flow.
The new niggas, just new niggas, don't get involved.
Right.
Man.
New niggas is just new niggas. Don't get involved out here. Get tired of everybody. Oh, we on this 1942. Nigga, we
Shut
go to
up.
2013.
Right.
What you talking about, nigga?
But
Ain't no
anyhow,
mama stink.
hey, my man said it. I back him. Your mama smell like fish water.
And the back of an earring.
Your mama smell like dried up fish pellets.
Oh my
She smell like that calendar they got clean.
Smell like the back of a dirty neck.
Why are you spelling the back of dirty?
You're not, but you assuming that shit's stank.
Your mama smell like skin marks.
Oh, shit.
Your mama smell like exercise.
Okay.
Exercise.
All right.
Oh man.
Hey, man, I'm gonna let you go first, bro. What would you do this?
Hold on.
Shit. That's good as fuck. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. We may not make it to this last one, bro.
That shit good as fuck.
All right. Well, I'll start.
Oh, I got it.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
I was
You
trying.
can't leave too much dead space.
I was trying to find the words.
It's still a podcast, nigga. Somebody listen to this shit on Apple Podcasts.
Damn. I'm sorry, but it has, since this one is actually tequila, not a Soto or mezcal, it has a stronger flavor for sure. Shit touched my taste buds. It's like, what's up, nigga? But I'm trying to say it's kind of spicy, slightly. I'm trying to describe the other flavor as I don't have the word for it yet. Still can't find it. But it's very strong. It's more like a fruity taste, it feels like.
Does it taste like Mexican candy?
Nigga, I don't eat Mexican candy a whole lot.
No, it don't taste like Mexican candy. I get what you mean.
I don't think it would.
I enjoy Mexican candy.
That shit.
But go
It
ahead,
is good.
think about
It is good. It is good.
Explain.
Mexican
Oh
candy
my God,
is good.
fire as a motherfucker. Chili ones?
But yeah, but it's like
Come
it's
on.
spicy. It's like this kind of fruity flavor. Just notice something else in it. But I don't know what the fuck that is. But it ain't bad. Not at all.
So you rate this on what?
This year is at 9.
So 9.
But I ain't never like this like
Right.
Avion. So
Right. You know what I mean? Like I said, you can't pick an Avion and dislike it. But go ahead, Nick. Where you at?
I haven't. I'm gonna give it a fucking 10. I like that shit. That's fire to me. I don't know. I still have to try the Anejo one, but
No, we tried it. Way back in the day.
I don't remember that.
I don't
shit.
remember that either. But either way,
that was one of the Thirsty Thursdays, nigga. Where
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Nigga, how many Thirsty Thursdays have we had? How much alcohol have we been through?
my-
5 years or minutes, 5 years of Thirsty Thursday.
he up here acting like my memory good.
Right, my bad.
I drink.
Yeah.
My bad.
But nah, but this one is good though. It's hella smooth, especially for tequila. I don't care what you're talking about. This is hella smooth.
Yes.
And this wasn't like bad on the price either. I think this one was the Reposado was $40, whereas like the Blanco was like 30 or 35. So yeah, I want to say this one was like $40. So I'd say that's a solid ass purchase because that shit good.
For sure. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a 10. Shit is just amazing. You know, this is definitely in my top 5 of tequilas. And like what you said, what it's like 35, 30?
This one was 40.
Like you cannot beat $40 for a good tequila. Like,
Nah.
you know, you still got your El Padrinos and all of those other things that are good as well, but you want to go a step up, but still have great taste. Avion's there all the time. So we've been drinking Avion for years, and I'm gonna continue to drink Avion.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hey, your mom
Flames.
toilet water. Go ahead.
No, it smells like ass skid mark.
Nigga, where my Chick-fil-A?
Straight up, you know what this? As soon as I saw the bottle, I remember when you and Nico got me the Avion Silver
Yeah,
for my birthday.
Yeah, when you was in there doing host
in the BR room.
Look at hilarious.
So the
Nigga, you will. All right, nigga.
Hey, we looked out for my G.
Facts.
Facts.
So what I'm saying is, that was a fucking magnificent fucking tequila. This one, I would say, is like just as good. That silver one, I don't think I've ever had a tequila except for that one that was in that colorful bottle.
I know.
Those like this.
Oh
Yeah.
my nigga, we gotta get that shit again.
I was about to buy that shit today, but I ain't had no fucking money.
Shout out to our tequila man.
Man, shout out. But in all honesty, I'll probably give this a 10. I can't. Fuck. It brings back memories. So, shut your ass up.
I still ain't found my stripper pole.
Fuck you, deep black man.
I still ain't found my stripper pole, my nigga. I'm hurt by it.
Yeah. Consecutively, and I did not get scared.
Like, because I didn't have no
that
shocks.
was-
I didn't have shocks and I couldn't afford the hose.
Like it was bouncing a little bit, y'all. Y'all feel a little bit of the road. Like you felt every.
No, but it was a good band.
It was a good bounce.
It was like a,
Sometimes it went to the beat. Sometimes it went to
and
the
you
beat.
know that nigga wasn't listening to nothing but YG.
Oh yeah, money. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, though. When Bitches Ain't Shit came out, bro,
that nigga
that
pumped
was the
that
anthem,
shit
my nigga.
at least 7 times before you
I was listening to that when I came here.
My nigga, he'll be pulling up to the house. Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Like, bro.
That's back when World Star was really popping.
Right.
Yeah.
When they had the World Star Candy.
I mean, it popped, but not like
Not like back then.
Oh.
If
Like-
you saw a
like-
World Star video, it was like that was big news.
like niggas watched more World Star than YouTube at that point.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Like,
Because they was doing fight compilations and stuff.
Oh,
They-
fight
compilations.
always
Yeah,
the best.
they did do that.
Fight Counts was the shit.
Do you have a favorite World Star fight compilation? Mine's is 39.
I don't know.
No.
All of them.
Right. I
All of
don't
them.
have a specific number.
Yeah, there's no.
Y'all ever watch I don't know if y'all remember this, but Friday night bum fights?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
That
Yes.
used to be
That
my
shit
shit.
used to be crazy.
Friday night bum fights is popping when my nigga Bling Bling the crackhead. Bling Bling the crackhead was the funniest nigga in the world, bro. He was the funniest nigga, especially when they did this interview. He was sitting there, he pulled the crack pipe from his shirt collar, He was like, this nigga went bling bling, had crack pipe inside of his collar. Nigga, that was the funniest
That's a
fucking
creative
thing.
crackhead right there.
That was fucking
Okay,
hilarious.
so who do you think is more creative, him or the nigga off the 10 freeway in Crenshaw?
Bling bling for sure.
Nigga hit
Bling,
a
bling.
The
crack
nigga
pipe
on Crenshaw on the
in
10
his
freeway made a horse.
Like, he hit a
Bling,
crack
bling,
pipe
my
in
nigga.
his collar.
What do
Blink,
you mean?
hey,
It's
no,
an actual horse.
bling bling could spit a hot 16, fam. And this thing, after that.
Horse. See, that will give him
And then
Nah.
he built a
He
horse
did
and
what?
companion.
He
Nah.
did
That
what?
wasn't a horse.
Wait. He did what?
He built a horse. How
Yes.
the trash is around the
That nigga built that shit out of a fool full escort.
That just shows that he had some
Fucking
skills
rock.
before he got to where he was.
some
Rap-
other shit.
Rapping is hard, my nigga.
He used to put out poetry.
Yeah.
Put out like
He did the whole thing, bro.
yeah.
Hey, bro, you gotta get that nigga off the 10 freeway credit.
I'm
You
not
know-
taking nothing away from him,
Oh.
but bling bling got it.
You know, I'm sorry. I forgot.
Red.
Kelly, you didn't remind me. Special request / announcement. Look, if I get another motherfucker asking me, have I heard about this stupid ass loan that is not real or this stupid ass grant that and I should apply for it, I'm gonna shoot everybody. Bro, Kelly, I can't tell you how many times, Nick, and it be just random that. Have you heard about the new grant that's going out? Have you received it yet? I got $6,000. You can too. Bitch, stop talking to me. Get tired of that shit.
Yes, he's tired of that shit.
Bruh, it be multiple bots.
The thing is, he don't want to go to jail.
No, nigga, that ain't got nothing. Man, bruh, I'm trying to tell you,
That's
bro.
fear.
I can show you my DMs right now. Most of my messages are niggas talking about, yo, have you, hold on, bro. We can go to it right now.
Well,
Nigga,
I'm not-
we don't need to
I
do
got
all
a
that.
message
Oh, no.
from-
We don't
about
do
that DHS shit.
No, here we go. Have you
Yeah,
received
somebody
your mega
was
bonus
asking.
yet? Hold on, we gonna keep going. Exactly, my nigga.
Because I haven't even gotten paid yet.
Have you received the new Cash App bonus? Have you heard about the new grant that helps black people get into school? Nigga, I don't know what you're talking about, but I don't need it.
Only ones I get is like, hey, I'm an African prince. Send me $4,000. I'll give you $20,000 in return. I ain't giving no African nigga no $4,000. You ain't got no shoes, fam. You gonna stay that way. I'm saying, cause it's like, bro, like if you broke, just say that. Don't try to game me. Like I ain't finna give you 4 G's. I ain't give my mama 4 G's.
Look, can you actually call it a game? Because that shit's stupid.
It be working though, so
How you
it
feel?
works.
Call centers is real.
It works though,
It works all about.
cause you can't. Like I tell you, every few months you see some white woman on the news that done got gamed up by some African prince out here.
See, because
She done get a nigga 20K.
Or Indian prince.
Either way, she done get a nigga 20K, hoping for love, hoping for a love connection.
I am part of the FBI. If you do not refund, I will have to send the police after you. Bro, I can't tell you how many times
First
I've
of
heard
all,
that. Niggas told me I was running out of Social Security. I said, bitch,
I don't even pull that shit. But here's the funny part.
nigga,
Nigga,
I'm exempt. Nigga,
Niggas
I don't even pull that shit.
I'm the FBI. Nigga, FBI don't call people. They show the fuck up.
I'm getting tired of getting those your warranty is expiring calls. I get one of those every day, every single day. They be like, I pick up the phone, be like, hello, and it's always from a different number. I be like, hello. They'll go, oh, and it's always some robot voice. It's like, oh, well, your warranty is expiring. Press 1 to extend. Like, bitch, I'm not pressing
Like, bro, I think that scam likely don't work and they make it past it.
I'm not gonna do
Man,
nothing.
bro, I'll be mad as a motherfucker. Like, I've gotten one of
At
those
first,
calls.
it had been working. Like my phone would ring and just be like block scam. Now phone
Nah,
ring
my
and
phone
then all of a
block
sudden they be like scam likely. That's nice after the motherfucker that made the call. Stupid.
No, I appreciate the scam likely though, because then I can just press reject and then block it. Or I decide if I'm petty that day and I got time, now I'm gonna sit up here and act like, oh my God, you're gonna arrest me. Please don't. I'm gonna go down to Target and get you $5,000 worth I go get
Check
called.
this out. I ain't got time.
And
for
never
that.
call you back and you gonna keep calling.
But I got a phone call like, your son is in jail. Really? My son? Who's my son? Sherrod Royce Johnson is in jail. Oh my God, where's my son at? What do I have to do? They're like, oh, if you send us $400, we can forward you the information. I'm like,
I feel like,
No, hey.
I feel like you can eat a dick, so can he.
I'm like, wait a minute.
I don't have my son know.
Wait. Here's my crazy part. I'm like, so you call the father of Sherrod Royce Johnson? They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, so what's my name? What's my name? And they're like, sir, we don't have time. Your son is in danger. Really? So I should probably call him. I'm like, so I should probably call him. Should I ring him up?
He was in danger. Prison, a dirty place, man. They can't rape people in there.
Like, bro.
And they got hepatitis in there.
That part immersive.
And they got the booty work.
Hey, nigga.
And they
I'm
got-
with that nigga, dog.
I
And
don't know
then
which
they got
one's worse.
crabs, my nigga. There be niggas in there trying to put peanut butter in people's butt cracks. That's a rough place to be at. I would never want to go to jail. That's some wild shit, bro.
What do you know about niggas putting
Nigga, you didn't hear that? You didn't watch that whole shit with the booty warrior? You didn't watch that whole
Oh, yeah,
episode?
yeah, I did.
Yeah, that nigga,
Yeah.
because it was the one dude that
A
was
peanut butter
the one
and
that
ass
before-
sandwich.
Yeah.
They tried to rape the
Butter in
nigga.
your ass sandwich.
Who was the nigga who tried to rape the How to Catch a Predator nigga?
That was the
That
booty
was
warrior.
Okay, yeah.
He was like, I call him Chris Hansen.
Handsome.
Chris Hansen. I call him Chris.
He's like, what?
Yeah, I was like,
Excuse me?
What did the Booty Warrior do to get in jail?
I don't know. They never seen
Okay,
him.
so
We finna look it up.
We're going off the Boondocks.
But he been there in a long- he
Boondocks,
been there a
it
long
was the
time.
fact that he tried to fuck Chris Hansen. On the Boondocks, he tried to fuck Chris Hansen, and he actually got him.
But in real life,
He got him. We
I'm
saw
pretty sure
what
that
we
nigga
saw.
got that nigga in real life.
Hey, I never paid attention to this before. I forgot this nigga name. This has been a minute since I said it. This motherfucker's name is Fleece Johnson.
right?
If that don't sound like a nigga that's finna get you for what you worth.
Hey, hold on.
My nigga's name is Fleece
So
Johnson.
who's worse though, Fleece Johnson or my nigga Cheater Brady?
Fleece Johnson. Yeah, no doubt.
Nigga,
Please.
But nah, so all right, so my man Fleece Johnson, aka Booty Warrior, he went to jail for armed robbery in 1979.
Damn.
So yeah.
What state did he get?
Hold on, I gotta look.
Because that sounds like some Ohio shit where they was just sentencing niggas to 90 years.
Like,
Oh,
fuck you.
Robert, he needed to be in jail for that. What did he get life
I don't. It don't even say what
Right, he
state
could
it
have been
was.
out paying for booty.
all this time?
Well, booty
Yeah, it
is
doesn't
more
say.
important than water.
Booty's more important than breathing.
Yeah, it doesn't say what
Wait,
state it was.
Wait, is that Chris
Booty
Hansen
warrior.
story true?
I
Because
don't think
Chris
so.
Hansen did go off the air for a couple of years.
Well, but he went to jail too. Chris Hansen went to jail for something.
Oh, either way, nigga got raped. As far as I'm concerned.
Wow.
Say what?
You get out of my booty!
Shout out to the Boondocks for letting me know who the
Yeah.
Booty Warrior was.
Nah, so that whole Chris Hansen thing wasn't real.
Okay.
I wish it was though.
That nigga said, he said, I didn't come here for no little boys. I didn't bring no cookies, no milk, no nothing. I came here looking for man butt.
I'm sorry, a nigga named Fleece Johnson over here, like,
Oh wait, old boy's reaction, he was just like, what do you mean, man's butt? Oh, I know who you are, Chris Hansen.
I
like to call you Chris
Handsome.
Because I watch it all the time. I was like,
Yeah, look, so
did you just say I watch you all the time?
I'm gonna tell you like this. I like
I
you
like you.
and I want you.
And he was just like, you know, and those officers outside ain't gonna stop me from what's about to happen. And he was just like, you know what? No. You know what? Cut. He was like, I'm gonna say it, Chris.
And you hear the back.
Hey,
He was like,
Oh no!
oh my God. Wait, hold on. So did y'all ever see the nigga on the Chris Hansen show that had like fucking Dante Hall move? Like, bro, was the X Factor out there?
no, you talking about when he ran from the cops?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I know what he's talking
That
about.
motherfucker was boogie.
Yeah.
That nigga was gone, bro. He
They
was
still
better
call
than
him
Devin
that.
Hester. That nigga was better than Deion Sanders. That nigga was better than Dante Hall. That nigga was better than every NFL punt returner.
All right.
Couldn't
So,
nobody catch that nigga.
I have a video of Fleece Johnson.
All right.
when he's calm and he's like,
First of all,
You
that
know,
nigga licks his lips like that.
real, the real Fleece Johnson.
no, we saw the
Yeah.
video of him. We've seen
He
him.
tells you real
Everybody-
important.
Yeah.
Everybody
Play that
ever
shit.
seen,
Play that shit.
Oh my God.
Fleece Johnson.
The only difference is he's wearing glasses in the video.
Yeah, that's the only difference.
That's the only fucking difference.
So he can see the bully better.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. So he can see the penetration coming.
Oh my god.
You think he's
Hey, these niggas, y'all are out of
Time
time.
inmate
Y'all are out
who
of time.
practices a very different kind of homosexuality.
But we have sexual desires, right? So you got a bunch of men locked up in one place. All of them get hard. All of them's horny. All of them got sexual desire. So what are they gonna do? You won't let them have a woman. They gonna have each of somebody's gonna have to give us some booty. And it's just that simple.
The most memorable story that Fleece told us was about the place and importance that booty has in a maximum security penitentiary. And he went on about it and on about it.
In his prison, booty was more important than food. Booty, a man's butt. It was more important. I'm sorry. It was more booty, having some booty was more important than drinking water, man. I like booty.
Johnson went on to tell our crew how he used to satisfy his sexual desires, especially during the 1970s and 80s, when he was most active and prison security was more lax.
When I see one, and he looks good to me, when I go see him, I say, you come here. I say, I'm telling you what, I like you, and I want you. And we can do it the easy way or the hard way. So the choice is yours, right? And it was always yes.
Johnson also had a warning for the new generation of inmates. They might be asking for trouble from old-timers.
You know, they got this thing where they sag their pants past their butt. It's a style. They call it some sort of gangster style. You know, it's sexy to us, right? And see, but they weren't prepared for this, right? So you sag your pants and her, man, somebody be up in your butt, you know? And it's just that simple.
Johnson even let the lockup crew know that when he was in his prime, they wouldn't be safe from his advances either.
If y'all had been in her back then in them days, and as much as I like booty, I probably felt one of y'all butts. And y'all was walking past me and dared you to say something. I'm not no shame in my game. It's just nothing that I'm ashamed to admit. I am what I am. I'm a warrior too, you know, so let that be known. I'm a warrior.
But when Lockup visited Kentucky State Penitentiary,
This nigga's a warrior.
So thoughts?
I think the funniest part of that, because I didn't know about this dude before I seen the episode of the Boondocks.
Right.
For real.
Seeing the episode of the Boondocks and seeing that when my nigga was like, yeah, and I'm a warrior too. That nigga, me and my stepbrother laughed about that shit for like a week straight. Like, nigga, we
He
laughed
meant
like
that
nonstop.
shit.
First of all, this nigga just said, okay, correctional officers were not safe. Nigga, there's a problem. These niggas got batons, can whoop his ass, throw him in solitary confinement, and he said, you niggas ain't safe?
I have a question though. I have a
If I
question.
want your booty,
Do you think he was gay before he went in there?
Probably.
And
Yeah.
To love man, but
I don't feel like that's just something that comes on
Right.
as you age.
he already
Booty is
more important than
is
water.
more important than
Linda, honey.
Listen, booty is more important. A man's butt. A man's butt. I was like, wait,
What he really want to say, a man's butt is the most desirable thing to me.
But wait, when she leaned and he was just like, and
he was
I called him over like, come here.
Because he was thinking about giving
He
you
was
one.
in the spank bank. He was
like-
rolling it through right there.
I told him, look,
I like.
He
I
was
like
rolling
you and I want you. Now we can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Okay.
Usually it was the easy way. Like, bro,
Do
what?
you think he was in jail more? He committed robberies and stuff like that more because he was gay and didn't want to be.
I feel
Nah.
like once he got to jail, something happened to him, and that.
I feel like in jail it was just like,
Nah, bro, that nigga been in predator since birth, bro. I'm not even gonna put that on jail. Jail didn't do that shit. that motherfucker's been a warrior all
So
his life.
so he was really
I'm gonna
into.
start saying that.
So-
I'm a warrior.
I'm a
I'm
warrior.
gonna put that in my Instagram.
So he really into BC. That's what you tell me.
Exactly, nigga.
He really into BC.
That nigga not playing no.
I hated that show when I was growing up.
Oz?
Yeah, my mom used to watch that all the time because I didn't like to go to sleep. I used to watch it with her. See it? Yeah, that show was
I've never seen it.
traumatizing.
I've heard about it.
Oh yeah.
That show was traumatizing, G.
I've heard about Oz, but I've never seen
That
it.
show was traumatizing. I should have just left once NYPD Blue went off. Oh, my bad. No, once New York Undercover went off, I should have left.
Woo.
Got raped in Oz?
Yeah, that show, yeah. That was like that was like every other episode.
And before Oz, nigga, it was queer as fuck.
They had one episode, my nigga, where it was the dad and the son in prison. The dad raped the son.
Oh my god.
That show was wild as fuck. Well, because like I said, I didn't like to go to sleep. I had to watch what was on TV. Nah,
The fuck?
Strange things about the Joneses. Tell me more.
I haven't seen it.
Nah.
What network?
Don't bring it up and don't say nothing.
Right.
Okay.
What?
Whoa.
So was son like 6'4" and dad was 6 foot?
Right
Oh,
when it starts, the son is jacking off to a picture of the dad.
yo.
So this like Eve's body, but instead of the daughter, it's
I've
the
been
son.
drinking. This is not okay.
Take a job imagine that being AC in father car.
Oh,
Can we imagine you AC and Father Time?
oh.
Oh, make the most sad of this thing right there. Were you different?
That's a 10 paces comment, bro.
Oh,
That is-
wow.
That is
a
a
super bike.
Let's go on commercial break.
That was hilarious.
That
yo.
is a 10 paces comment, bro.
That was funny as shit. For y'all that don't know, Father Time is AC's dad. We call him that because he ain't never on time or nothing.
Never.
So we call him Father
But I've
Time.
never thought about my father that way, bro. I don't know what that is. That must be the White House.
Oh.
For real? Oh, hey, Kelly, we gotta edit this out. We can't make black people look like this.
This is amazing.
We already got the AC sniper. Hey, bro, we gotta do something. Hey, we have to sit on. Hey,
What's the next
It's not
topic?
like oh we already got R. Kelly. We got a lot.
What's the next planned
That's a lot.
topic?
What is the next plan topic?
That's fucking crazy.
The ladies suing GEICO.
The lady doing that or am I the asshole?
Okay, so let's do GEICO first.
Okay.
Okay, so the title of this segment is called "Woman Sues GEICO for $1 million After Contracting an STD During Car Sex." Okay, so I'm gonna read this aloud, and y'all motherfuckers follow along. If you want to know, it's on revolt.com.
I want to hear
A
this.
Missouri woman is suing GEICO for $1 million after claiming she had sex and contracted an STD from a man in a car that was covered by the insurance provider. According to Daily Mail, the woman, who was identified as MO in court papers, claims she and her then partner, identified as MB, had unprotected sex in 2014 Hyundai Genesis in late 2017. Okay, in 2018, MO was diagnosed with human papillomavirus. Thank you, Kelly. Nigga, I wasn't making. I've been drinking. HPV for all you niggas who need the short term or short letters. Okay, which she claims she contracted during the car rendition. The woman has now submitted a coverage claim to GEICO for $1 million because the vehicle, which is under MB's name, is insured by the company. However, on October 4th, Baller Alert reports GEICO called the lawsuit a sham and filed their own countersuit. According to Daily Mail, MO entered legal talks in 2018 with MB without the company's knowledge. The two reportedly reached an agreement in a state court that allowed MO to collect $5.2 million, which she can collect, if at all, only from GEICO. Court documents show With her latest lawsuit, the woman is now seeking an additional $1 million from the company. GEICO has now filed a countersuit with the U.S. District Court for the District of Kansas, asking to have the eyebrow-raising lawsuit thrown out. MO alleges damages have no nexus to the ownership, maintenance, or covered use of the 2014 Hyundai Genesis. Lawyers representing GEICO said in court documents in quotations. In other words, the vehicle's covered use did not cause MO's alleged injuries. Instead, her injuries arose from an intervening cause, namely her failure to prevent transmission of STDs by having unprotected sex. GEICO is also accusing the man and woman of conspiring to capitalize on a sordid situation that they themselves created and challenge them to publicly identify themselves. So when you hear me say MO or MB, that's because they've chosen to go by those names inside the court. So they have not publicly identified themselves in a court of law.
I wouldn't publicly identify myself either.
The case is now a federal matter presided over by the U.S. Court of Appeals for the 10th Circuit, which has so far sided with GEICO. While many people would prefer to keep details about their sex lives private, the 10th Circuit has repeatedly made clear that the risk that a party may suffer some embarrassment by being named in the pleadings is not enough to allow them to proceed anonymously, the 10th Circuit said in court documents. The judge has yet to make a final ruling in the case.
So,
okay.
10th Circuit basically said, we're going to let everybody know how dumb you are and what your name
is.
is.
Also saying, if you come out publicly and name yourself, you actually got a fucking shot.
Well, my question is this.
I would name myself.
But no. My question is this. Anybody ever read their actual insurance policy? Does it actually say that you have to get into like a car-to-car accident for them to cover?
No. That's
because I've never read mine.
Because that's what I'm saying. The 10th Circuit is not saying like, yo, this is bullshit. They're saying, yo, you're trying to do this privately.
But that's my thing, because I don't feel like it would have gone as far
because
if like in your policy it actually says that.
Right. In verbiage, it says any damage or injuries occurred while in the car.
I would sue them niggas too.
So that's technically an injury.
So these motherfuckers might win.
That is damage and injury. That's true.
I would sue them niggas too. I'm finna go get somebody pregnant in the backseat of my car.
Right, but you gotta do it with the clap though.
And sue.
But you gotta do it with the clap.
Pregnancy is an injury, my nigga. That can negatively impact my life.
You ain't gotta actually get pregnant.
That can negatively impact my life.
You can literally get hurt just, you know what I'm saying, struggling in the car.
Okay, either way.
Right, you can catch a cramp and fuck around.
I mean, I'm not finna pull out.
Sprain something in the car.
You can tear the fibers on your hamstrings.
You can hurt yourself.
But you gotta make sure it's her fault.
Hey, I'm not finna shoot nothing in my car. I got cloth seats. That's crazy. That's wild as fuck. I'm not doing that. You know how hard that is to clean out of cloth seats?
Yes, you have to literally get it detailed.
I'm saying that's why, like when I used to have the Buick that they was talking about earlier, I scotch guarded everything and put a blanket in.
Wow. All right, next Tequila.
We gotta go to the next one.
All
right, let's hurry up because I'm going back to this one.
So what is this one though?
Espolón.
Yeah.
Espolón.
I had a drunk moment.
I'm not gonna lie. This shit, the art on it is nice.
You know what's funny? They do a lot of advertising. Like I see commercials for this tequila more than Casamigos or 1800. Yeah, I see this all the time. I see it all the time. But I'm pretty sure to be good though. Because I've had the Blanco. I've never had this one. And this one, I mean, the Blanco is actually pretty good, especially when it's like nice and cold.
Wait, so Kelly, did you say whether or not you think the girl was gonna win that suit?
I think she is.
Yeah.
I mean,
because if they don't put it in your policy,
it was an accident.
Like it wasn't a car to motorcycle, a car to motor vehicle accident.
And plus, like a lot of insurance, like my car insurance, if I was to put out a suit like that, I'd probably get it because I have exotic. What do they call it? Exotic coverage, or it's exotic something. Like if some random bullshit happens to my car or happens to me in my car, I'm covered. So like it could be like lightning striking, a boulder hitting my car an animal jumping down the road. Yeah, an act of God, like some weird shit like that. Like I could probably get away with that with my insurance. I'm gonna go do that tonight.
Nigga probably should.
Who trying to get these? Who trying to get this money?
All right. Introduce us to Tequila. How much did you pay for it?
I paid $19 for this shit.
Wow. I'm excited. I'm excited.
This here's tequila. I'm too drunk to give a fuck about anything else. It's a reposado.
It's sweaty confusing.
Not as much as I usually.
Right.
You know
Yeah,
what?
I
I give you that.
Because it's winter time, nigga.
Hell yeah.
It's Thanksgiving season.
Stay in my goddamn underwear.
You already know what it
I was
is.
supposed to say I did that anyway.
Right. Children,
Right.
hand down the pants on the couch.
You know. My bad, but you know.
Wait, what about what?
Al Bundy, nigga?
No, I'm saying.
Really? Al Bundy, then you come here and don't say
I
shit.
know who Al Bundy
All right, but go ahead, man. Go ahead, finish.
Oh, I was gonna drink this shit. What you talking about?
All right, never mind. It's $19. We're gonna.
Yeah, y'all need me to give a quick overview?
Yeah.
Is it on there?
All right, yeah, we got handcrafted in Los Altos, the highland region of Jalisco. El Espolón reveals the essence of Mexico, as its core is the spirit of the iconic rooster.
Oh, this is a. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, a symbol synonymous with Mexico's proud history. Our tequila is a tribute to the Mexican artists who inspired the world with their true portrayals of the rich, storied culture of Mexico. El Espolón takes you to where people celebrate everyday life. It pours you into the heart of real Mexico.
100% pure guava.
So Les is
I fuck
up.
with
Say
this.
what's up to Les.
What's up,
Les,
Les?
Cracking, G.
Yes, what's good?
But I fuck with his artwork.
Here,
Man.
my brother.
It's nice.
He said, "What up, party people? Acts of God are very difficult to prove, and a lot of companies will
Exactly.
not pay out."
That's probably true.
I am an active guy.
I'm not gonna lie though. If they do win this shit, I'm gonna just think about all type of shit. If I slam my fucking hand in the door while I'm getting in,
But you
I'm
know,
suing my insurance company.
but you know, all the insurance companies watching. So if they do pull off this shit, you know they about to switch up shit right real quick.
Unless
Hey,
they sent it to
but
me
this
and
particular
I
policy-
signed it.
It's not done yet for me.
Exactly.
So
Did
you
I
lucky.
sign this new policy that you reissued
But,
out?
but when you get that new one, nigga, they gonna be like, no.
Kelly, that's still the first drink.
Yeah, I have to watch some weird things.
No, but you know what it is? Kelly is low key trying to get her life back. You know what she said before we started potting? She said when she went to Vegas for the wedding and the bachelorette party and all that, she was disappointed because she was drinking and had 6 drinks and had yet to get drunk. So
Okay,
Kelly
So what,
is now,
so what you're saying is that you would like to be drunk.
I would like to get a buzz.
Kelly, don't be no soft ass nigga.
Kelly, you hung around us.
We can get you a buzz right now. Stop playing.
Right.
Tell that shit.
Right.
chug.
Hey, let's do this shit. This
Pour
one-
up.
Woo!
Pour up.
Hold up.
Hey, look,
Hey,
hey, look.
yeah,
Now she really ain't gonna get drunk. If she wanna, if she
Hey,
wanna,
wait.
she wanna get drunk. She
Nah,
wanna
don't forget Christina too. She's sitting back there. She's
No,
sitting
no.
back there just looking.
Vegas,
Just like you said.
Amanda, I was at somebody's house. They weren't watered down.
That ain't heavy. We can pour her
They
light.
were at some. I was at somebody's house.
Nah, bro. She need a drink.
She got a drink.
Nah, she needs one right now. Currently, she about to drink that one. Look, she look.
I made good choice.
Let's do it. Let's do it. 2 drinks.
If I have to suffer later, put out your hand. Okay. No, lower.
Here.
Hold on, nigga.
Oh, so you know, right?
Come on.
Okay, because you know it's gonna be.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Top of the morning, top of the morning, top
Let's
of the
get this
morning,
shit.
top of the
Top of the
morning, top of
That's
the
it.
morning.
What my friends forgot to mention is not only do I heavy pour, but I peer pressure.
Oh no!
Because I will yell over the top of the crowd.
Ain't
Don't be no
such
bitch.
thing as peer pressure.
I will yell over the top of the crowd. Don't be no bitch.
Hell no.
Don't be no bitch.
Drink this shit when I'm fucking on.
Hey, Amanda. Yeah, no, I was
It's
at
just
somebody's
her
house.
mind.
I feel
Love
pressure
you.
before. It's smoking.
Yeah, I was at somebody's
No, you
house.
didn't. I did it 'cause I wanted to
wasn't
try
at
it.
nobody's,
Oh, it wasn't a try thing. It was like we didn't.
My friend had open bar at a wedding, and you know what was sad? Everybody there's alcoholics, so nobody was there. Everybody was like,
That's like one of the best.
Well, you know what though? I'm proud because I feel like you went to our school of Gina.
Hey, good though.
Back into spirit. Nigga, we have not yet rated this third fucking
Shit, he the only one to drink it.
Nigga, this shit.
I drank it too. I just drank.
Okay, maybe I'm the only fucking one that did.
Yeah, hurry fuck up.
Top of the morning.
Top of the morning.
Top of the morning.
Top of the morning.
It's sexy, ain't it?
You know what, Nico? I'm tired of this.
Let's get this shit.
Let's get this shit. Let's get this shit. Top of the morning.
First of all, I'm not gonna lie. If a grown nigga come to you and say, "Oh," it's a problem.
That's why I wasn't gonna respond, but I'm gonna tell you what shit I am gonna get. This motherfucker right here is fire. I mean, it's not better than this, but it's fire.
That's how Jake.
Shake my
That's
fucking
how Jake be waking him up.
Amanda said, "I agree, man. There's no such thing as peer pressure."
Do what the fuck you want.
And you say that, so you got me whispering in your ear like the devil on your shoulder, like, "Hey, take this drink here."
You say that to
Take
two
the
girls
drink
in one
in.
cup. You feel like peer pressure.
Really?
This is the
Come on.
second time you brought this
Come on.
goddamn topic up.
God damn it.
On while we've been
Why do
playing.
you keep bringing
Stop
it
it.
I'm trying to figure out how those
That's
two
why
things
we want to
correlate.
dissect the psychology of two girls.
Why?
Why?
Why? You don't study psychology.
You finna start switching Dookie in
First
your
of
mouth?
all, hold on. I'm going back to school, and I am actually studying partial psychology.
What school you in?
I bet you in those psychology classes they're not
Well, nigga,
they're not
you
going
to
over two
university,
girls,
you
one
start
cup and
talking.
swishing Dookie in their mouth.
Well,
That's what he look,
Yeah,
bro.
no,
that's
That's
what
the
it
life
is.
he's trying to get into.
No, that's
I don't
what
know.
it is.
I ain't got it.
They-
for it.
And they spit it in one person's mouth. They swivel it around.
All right, my nigga. We don't need the deep dive though. We don't need the deep dive. We don't need the deep dive though. But look, so look, I'm gonna start this off because I already said this shit is good. This is very smooth. Yeah, this one is very smooth. I fucks with it. Like I said, this one is better. So if I'm giving this one a 10, I'm gonna actually get that one a 10 too. I'm not even gonna bullshit. I get that one a 10 too.
Easy.
So I'm gonna get this one a 10.5. That one's a 10.
I'm gonna
that one's a 5?
10.5.
Oh, 10.5.
10.5. This is a 10. 10.5.
You like that one?
You know that. Know that.
I'm gonna say
For the type of tequila it is, yeah, I'm a rock.
I'm gonna say I like this one better only because the flavor. I think I dig it more than the Avion. The Avion's not bad, but I dig this flavor more, so I'm gonna give this one a 10.
All right, Ace.
I'm gonna give this an 11, and I'm gonna give this 11. Okay, number one, because it's actually good, and I feel like it can actually compete with Avion. But then you start getting into pricing, like E-Man alluded to earlier. He paid $20 for this, right? So if this is $20 more,
Right.
and this is just as good, I gotta give this an 11
True.
because now I can get more of this and have a better time than just buying one bottle.
Yeah.
So shout out to what was that name?
Espelon.
Espelon.
Espelon?
Espelon.
Espelon?
Either way, I gotta give it an 11. Shout out to niggas. That shit is great.
Fucking magical.
You know what? AC, I gotta give you credit. I didn't think of it like that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
But in all honesty, now drinking that and looking at the bottom, I can honestly 100% agree that this is 11. That's what you went with?
I went with 11 because
You know what?
This $20.
This is the first time I've ever agreed with you going over our actual, grade scale. So my nigga, 11.
And
is
if
what I
nobody
give.
believes us, go get that shit yourself.
And easy.
You know that.
who got this?
And they sell this
Yeah,
everywhere. You can find
So
it on at
easy.
your local Piggly
Remember,
Wiggly,
I don't
Total
like
Wine,
tequila.
Bevmo, wherever.
This is a 11.
And if you
So,
live on the
you
West
know
Coast,
what?
we don't actually have a
I
Piggly.
made
Wiggly.
good. I made
You know
good
what?
choices.
You know what? You did good. You did good. Because I don't like tequila. You did good. You did hella good.
You're welcome.
So how about you, Kel? What you rating it?
Look how she's sitting in the chair. Look at this.
That shit is smoother than a damn Sonic song. First of all, today.
Y'all finna get us demonetized here if we ever
Oh,
demonetized.
we say it off key.
So,
No, because you don't sing the beginning of the song. You got to come in.
so like this, I gotta.
No, I came in because I want the video not to be this bad.
I got a question for y'all. Because Kelly didn't drink this one, I got a question for y'all. Which one would taste better in a margarita, and which one would taste better by itself?
This tastes better by itself.
Right.
This tastes better than margarita.
I agree.
Damn, I would have said the opposite. I would have said this one tastes better by itself, and this one in a margarita.
I would
The
agree.
only
I would
reason
agree
why
with
I
Nico.
don't say that is because I really love flavor.
Like this to me probably
I
has
really
more
like the
of a
flavor.
distinct taste.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does have
Which
a very.
I would
distinct
probably want on its own. As to where this is so smooth, but unlike this one, which isn't tequila, this still has a flavor palette that I can enjoy. That I feel like you can pair nicely with fucking jalapeno and pineapple.
Well, see, and that's why I would have said this one, because this one, like when you drink a margarita, it's cool if it's sweet,
But you need a bite.
but you need to taste the
Yeah.
tequila.
That's the whole point of
This is-
I
this
guarantee you can taste this in the tequila.
I feel like
I
you
mean,
wouldn't
yeah,
taste
but
it. I feel like you could
no,
just drink
no,
this with
I feel
spice
like-
and it's also be good.
Yeah.
I feel like the
I feel
other
like this one is more the straight drink.
But see, here's the thing though. I agree with AC when it comes to this because it has somewhat of a taste at the end that I can feel like can go in a margarita. I mean, we all, like I said, I don't like tequila, but god damn it, if this was in a margarita or if this was by itself, and like I was able to get it, yes, I would get it.
We're gonna
With
try
no
that.
hesitation.
We're gonna try that shit one of these
But we
days.
gotta do a head to head.
Yeah, we're gonna try
Yeah,
that shit.
okay, so we good with
I'm
that.
gonna make a
So
margarita
it
one day.
says, I really can't wait for y'all to do this podcast in South Africa. Just bring $100 for a drinking. And he said, why y'all sing off keto? So we don't
'Cause we can't sing.
Well, I'm with him, man,
I
because
can't
we
fucking
can't sing.
sing.
Right.
I can bust
I
out with
can't
I can
sing.
bust out with a solo right now, but it ain't gonna sound good.
Unless it's melodies from heaven, that's why. Okay.
Hey.
One day we gonna
You
come
give me
in
"Can We
and
Talk"
make
by
fucking
Tevin
gospel.
Campbell, my nigga. I might hit that one.
One day we gonna come in
You
and
give
make
me
gospel
"Can We
playlist.
Talk," my nigga. I'm on it. I'm on it. It probably ain't gonna sound nice. Can we talk by Tevin Campbell? Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name.
I'm trying to say.
That's my favorite Tevin Campbell song. Like, that's probably my favorite R&B
That's
song,
the
period.
only Tevin Campbell song.
No, it's not.
No, it's
But
not.
that's probably his biggest. But
Yeah,
that's
I was
not
about
his
to say that's
Bro,
Yeah,
bro,
that's his only.
bro.
Don't do
Goofy
that.
movie,
That is
that's
his
his
biggest.
only.
That
Bro,
is his biggest.
You
Not
want to know why nothing else got that big? Because it wasn't that song, and that song was originally for Usher.
Goofy movie.
Shout out to her.
I was just about to say, wait. what-
I don't care if
got
Usher
couple
busts
tracks
Usher
on
when a
Goofy movie?
I don't care if
Yeah.
he passed on a song.
Stand out. That was
nigga
him.
throwing fake money in the
Right.
First of all,
Oh my
let's
God,
be
fuck out
real.
here.
If it's not the
Stand
Gap
up.
Band, I don't want to hear shit. Okay, if it's not outstanding, I don't want to hear shit. Fuck y'all.
You just said
I'm
that.
not gonna argue.
You just said that.
I'm not gonna argue.
Yes.
Nigga, I've been drinking.
You've been drinking.
I've literally not heard of shit.
I'm not gonna argue with
That's only because I've been drinking, bro. It's not because I'm
No, I'm sorry, but it has to be drop the bombs on me.
That's what I'm saying.
Over
Talk-
outstanding?
talk to your- Yes.
Nigga, what?
Hey, nigga,
Where's you niggas from,
Hey,
bro?
hey, nigga, I'm in the living room, nigga. I'm dancing in the living room.
Nigga,
I got outstanding.
Not outstanding.
Oh,
Drop the bomb
But
on
I'm
me.
saying over outstanding.
Yes.
Look, it's like this.
It's
Look,
my
like-
goddamn
It's like
But
if
it's like right here.
this is you drop the bomb on me, this is outstanding. Right here.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's right
Outstanding.
My nigga, I'm not saying that's not a bot,
Girl,
fam.
you not me out.
I'm not saying that's not
Hey,
a
you
jam.
never said like it was a bad song.
So excited.
But when they come in
Makes me wanna shout.
in the beginning, we ain't that.
I'm saying.
Okay, now if you want to tell me that has one of the hardest intros ever, I'll agree with you. But over outstanding, nigga don't. And that's just where I'm at with it. That's the bottom
I
line.
gotta rock with them.
Cause I
So,
said
no,
so.
Because you know what it is with AC? AC a backyard barbecue ass nigga.
Hell yeah.
Outstanding is the outside, is the
That
backyard
nigga,
barbecue.
you know that, nigga.
So I'll give him
Because
that.
you think of 90s
I'll
backyard
give him
boogie
that.
type shit.
I'll give him that.
AC will be dressed in sandals, standing by the grill.
Jesus sandals, nigga. I'm out here. Stop playing with me.
Jesus
With,
3.0s.
nigga, with the socks on.
He wouldn't
Stop
do that.
playing.
Bro got a pair of Air Monarchs. He wouldn't be in them sandals.
Hold on.
He got a pair of Air
Hey,
Monarchs.
hey. We're not going to talk about that right now.
Wait.
No, we're not.
Wait, you have
no, we're
Air
not.
Monarchs?
No, we're not. No, we're not. Look,
It's already brought up.
no,
It's already been brought up.
no.
Google it, Kelly.
What's Air Monarchs?
Air Monarchs. He got
No,
him. He
no,
got him a
don't
pair.
do it, Kelly.
They crisp and
I'm
white.
asking you, please do not do that.
They're crisp and white.
Gargita messed that song up for me.
What's that?
Gargita messed up.
Hey, it's mine.
straight fucking. Those are the straight dad bod fucking. Those are the straight up dad bod fucking. I barbecue for my family every other weekend shoes, my nigga. Air Monarchs.
Hey, you
So
can't.
that's my
You can't be on the grill and play Mary Jane if you wearing these.
Oh
First
man.
of all, let's talk about what should be played at a barbecue.
Right.
We're not gonna.
Number one,
We're
Gap
not.
Band.
We're not.
That's
Gonna,
Mary
what-
J. Blige.
That's about to start.
Okay, number 3, Maxwell.
Kelly, what's the next topic? We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Okay, hold on, nigga, we keep going. Number 4, Music Soul Child. Number 5,
wait.
Escape.
All music sound chop.
Hell
All
yeah,
the
nigga. That nigga ain't
hits.
got a bad song. All hits.
Okay.
At a barbecue? This nigga ain't mentioned no Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Hold
You ain't
on.
mentioned the OJ.
Can I get to the bag?
No Temptation?
First of all, number 1, before we get to Earth, Wind, and Fire, we're playing the Ohio players. Number 1. Okay. Then we're going to be playing September 5 times from Earth, Wind, and Fire.
No,
Back
the
to
fuck,
back
we're
to
not
back
playing
to
that
back.
5 times.
Yo, nigga, we're playing it
You
5
play it
times.
once and then you play it toward the end of the function.
We're
playing it towards the end of the function.
I give you 2.
What you niggas is talking about? Then we're gonna play the Isley Brothers, okay? Then we're gonna play the fucking Commodores, nigga. We're going in, and then if we're gonna fast forward,
Parliament.
Oh
my god! No!
Put out your hand, cuz! Put out your hand, cuz! Put it out! Put out your turn it over here.
I was just about to take a drink and that shit slipped right out my hand.
Put out your hand. It's still don't make sense.
my
Oh my
We're
god!
having technical difficulties.
I have
This
been-
nigga is
It's all that.
I have been heavily drinking.
Oh my
This
god!
nigga, before he starts cleaning,
All right,
this nigga pours another drink. Fuck you.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
have another piece of chips.
Let's say AC you cook, because we can have a face off. American barbecue versus South African, bro.
My nigga, when do you want to do that?
Right.
I'm like, what?
They
What
got,
are you talking about?
they got non-GMO animals.
Yeah. Oh, hey. I cook with the
They got-
with the
They got
same ingredients
non-GMO
you got.
animals, my
Bet.
nigga.
Let's do it.
That's
If all
non-GMO.
3 of us compete, let us know.
Nah, that shit legit just slipped out of my hand.
Either way, we on it. But I would be happy to go up against Les, man. That shit would be amazing.
Let's do
People
it.
ain't got no hands. Sippy cup,
Hey, bro.
Are we good? Is there any
Nah,
more?
it ain't.
Nah, it is, but it's cool. Don't worry about
Here.
it. Bro, that's not gonna matter right now. Niggas too old anyway.
The funny part is I'm actually good.
Oh damn! Somebody peed on himself.
Hey, you lucky I know your number.
What did that mean? He wasn't gonna do shit if you didn't.
I would have said something wrong.
Oh.
Oh, about my mom?
No, nigga, I wasn't talking to you, bro. I was talking to Email.
Oh.
Even I knew that.
Oh, I didn't know. I wasn't
looking at
listening.
him. Wait, he
I was
the last
literally
one to
talking
make
about
that-
something else.
He was the last one to make a statement.
I was literally talking about something else. I thought you was talking about that.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, so Kelly, what's the next subject?
I'm getting some strange messages. The next subject is, am I the asshole?
Okay, let me go to that. So just bear with me here. We're gonna go back to our gallery.
Let me just step over.
Keep up with him tonight. This some shit.
Okay, so here we go. Am I the asshole? Now we're gonna cover this from several different angles. We're gonna cover this from the photographer's point of view and the bride and groom's point of view. So the story goes like this. Hungry photographer deletes all photos and leaves after being denied food at the wedding. Hold on.
That's bad.
That's petty?
Petty is funny.
Damn.
It's petty.
I don't know about that.
You don't think it's petty?
What? This is the whole story.
Damn. I can't even find this shit right now.
Well,
Because was it something more than that?
Yeah, like it actually kind of like
Just about food?
no, it wasn't about just about food.
Uh,
It was a guy, he knew the people, so he knows them. He charged them $250 to take pictures at a wedding. You know how much it costs to take pictures at a wedding? Thousands of dollars. So he only charged them to his friends, quote unquote. So he charged them $250. He starts taking pictures. The whole time, the wedding's about 8 hours. It's like from morning to evening. He's
It's a
taking
10-hour event. I'm sorry.
10 hours
I got
Oh
it.
shit!
Oh, you got it?
For only
Okay.
$250?
Yeah. So you got it?
That's a
Yeah.
All right, read it. Read it.
That's I ain't charging them exact.
So he agreed to help out a friend who was getting married on a shoestring budget for a fee of $250. And after working all day, he was refused a break by the groom. His friend gave him an ultimatum saying he had to continue with food saying he had to continue with food or water or go home. So the photographer deleted the wedding pictures and left. While some commentators said his actions were too harsh, the majority sided with the photographer, saying he'd been taken advantage of by the couple.
Yep.
A friend got married a few days ago and wanting to save money asked if I'd shoot for them. I told them it's not really my forte, but he convinced me by saying he didn't care if they were perfect. They were on a shoestring budget, and I agreed to shoot it for $250, which is nothing for a 10-hour event. On the day of, I'm driving around following the bride as she goes from appointment to appointment before the ceremony, taking photos along the way. I shoot the ceremony itself. And during the reception, I'm shooting speeches and people mingling. I started around 11 a.m. and was due to finish around 7:30 p.m. Around 5 p.m., food is being served, and I was told I cannot stop to eat because I need to be a photographer. In fact, they didn't save me a spot at any table. I'm getting tired at this point, kind of regretting doing this for next to nothing. It's also unbelievably hot. The venue is an old Veterans Legion and it's like 110 degrees Fahrenheit, and there's no AC. For those of you who don't know, air conditioning. I told the groom I need to take off for 20 minutes to get something to eat and drink. There's no open bar or anything. I can't even get water, and my 2 water bottles are long empty. He tells me I either need to be a photographer or leave without pay. With the heat, being hungry, being generally annoyed at the circumstances, I asked if he was sure, and he said yes. So I deleted all the photos and took in front of him and took off saying, I'm not his photographer anymore. And if I was to be paid $250, honestly, at that point, I would have paid $250 for a glass of cold water and somewhere to sit for 5 minutes. Was I the asshole? They went right on their honeymoon and they've all been off of social media. But a lot of people have been posting on their wall asking about the photos with 0 responses. Social media users were quick to jump in with responses lambasting the couple for how they had treated the photographer. So, I ask you all, who's the asshole?
The friend. They get the couple.
Yeah, the groom.
Yeah, the couple.
It's the photographer, man.
How?
The photographer.
No. How?
He just saying that
Go
shit
ahead.
on purpose. Look at that nigga.
That's all I want this nigga to ask.
I'm gonna let y'all talk.
No. Go ahead. You spoke first. You spoke first. Come with it.
Yo, that photographer was an asshole because at the end of the day, he agreed to do a job. Now, if you did not work out the particulars of that job, nigga, then that's on you.
That's for a friend. So if
Hey, fam, it don't matter if it's for a friend. You agreed to a price. You did not agree to breaks. You did not agree to lunch or food. That's on you.
I'm gonna take that part out. This nigga, he said that he will pay you, that he would do it for $250 because y'all cool.
10 hours.
So sure, maybe you don't want to get a nigga no food. Fair enough. Give him a break.
First of all, that's trash not to get a nigga no food.
That is trash as fuck. So
So
they're
that's what
assholes
I'm
for that.
saying.
How does that
No, I'm
but
arguing with y'all, nigga.
But they're assholes for that.
Ain't that
So
bitch.
I'll agree with that. But at least get a man somewhere to sit. Give him a break. It ain't no way in hell. Even if he's taking pictures for that whole time, realistically, you're going to get a couple hundred pictures back out of the thousands he probably took.
And like 20 minutes is nothing.
I'm
Nigga,
saying.
it was it 7-hour event?
No, nigga.
No, it's 10
It
hours.
was over a 10 hour.
10
So-
hours.
so nigga,
you
20 minutes, you ain't missing
could've
shit.
taken a break for an hour and still
20
gotten
minutes-
over
20 minutes, you are
And
not
realistically,
missing
he could, like, while they were dancing and shit during the fucking reception, he could have been sitting down taking a bunch of those pictures.
Which is mostly with most photographers, they grab
He could
something
have
to eat.
sat at the front of the dance floor, just snapping photos, leaning forward.
Because
First of all, if that nigga was tired, he could have took a knee.
Shut the fuck up.
I hate this nigga. I hate this nigga so much, man.
Let's say firstly, why the fuck would you deny a person taking your pics of your wedding, a 10-hour event, for only $250? Like, why would you deny that person? The couple played that man. Nope, photographer was not the asshole.
Oh,
Give him some damn food.
And then plus on top of that, not only was he their fucking photographer, he was their videographer on top of that. For $250.
Oh, you got me fucking
Nigga,
up. So
I would have
to
walked out of
switch
there
from
like this.
videotaping,
I'd have walked out of there
getting
middle fingers raised.
With a plate of food.
With a plate.
And I mean by plate, I mean the serving plate that they put on the table.
I'm not going to lie to you.
Nasty.
And I'd have been hitting on his wife while I was in there.
I ain't going to lie to you, my nigga. I would have called out and paid the following week. Got back from late.
Hey, dog, you should set up the video and then call
nigga, run my shit in the front of the video. Like, that's disrespectful, bro.
Set the video up
Oh
and
yeah,
then
I'm
run
calling
the
out and paying.
Christina,
I'm
who's
not.
the asshole here?
Don't say you don't know. How you don't know?
Because she wasn't
But
listening.
then how-
She wasn't listening.
I know that like that.
Okay, so who's the asshole? The couple or the photographer?
Couple. They played that nigga G.
All right, so baby, let me
They
go
played
ahead and
that
lay
nigga
this
G.
out.
No, because like I mean, shit. I think you should offer DJ, the photographer.
Usually any get together, they offer the DJ food. So like if the DJ can't move, somebody go get the DJ plate. He put some stuff on just to run and play.
This must not have been a
I
black
just feel like they
I don't know.
Oh
This is a black woman niggas that got married in Georgia.
That might
What's called? Amanda said, well, he said he was the photographer, be a photographer leave without pay. If I'm not getting paid, I'm not giving you any pictures.
Exactly.
Right.
I would say the photographer is an asshole for deleting the pictures.
I feel like it's just
Only for that.
I feel like it's
Only for that though.
I wouldn't.
Like he was an
Because
asshole. I feel
now
like
what?
he's a bad
Because now
businessman.
what happens if the dude decides like, all right, well look, my bad, I fucked up. Let me give you this money.
That's what I'm saying. I
Now
feel
you don't
like
have
he's
those
bad.
pictures.
Right, because you
Well,
were
that don't
only
make him
dealing
an
with the
asshole.
groom.
Wait,
You
wait,
weren't
wait,
even
wait.
dealing with the wife.
Exactly.
Wait. That don't make him
She finna
an
give his
asshole
groom
for
ass.
doing that.
Yeah,
Wait.
that was a dick move.
But that makes him a bad businessman. It's the difference between being an asshole and being a bad businessman.
Well,
Bad businessman-
considering they know each other, that makes him an
the
asshole.
leverage, he deleted the leverage that he had. Anytime that the wife, because the wife is going to pressure the husband to get the photo because she cares more than he does.
Well,
Let's call it what it is.
No, I feel you, but the reason I say he's an asshole is because those are still people's memories, and and just because he didn't get paid at that time doesn't mean that he wasn't ever gonna get paid.
I feel like if it was my wedding, I would offer if they wanted me.
No,
And I feel like if you're gonna have people at your wedding, you gotta count the photographer, your videographer, your DJ as guests.
Right.
So that was a dick move, but that was a dick
I'm
move.
gonna tell you
Deleting
right
the
now,
pictures.
photographer should have ordered his own Uber Eats to that motherfucking
Fuck
place.
out of here.
Now, see, on that one, I rock with you.
Oh, okay. No. All right.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Should he have been given a food voucher?
A food voucher, nigga.
I
They
mean,
should.
no. But here's my thing. Like she said, he should have ordered like Postmates or something like that. That should have been in the bundle in which I'm paying you. Let me give you an additional $25 to order whatever you want at any time period for you to take a break. That's a
Right.
real.
The way I view it-
I think the part that you're missing is the fact that he wasn't like an actual photographer who does this.
No. I got that. That's like if I
So
if I paid you.
what I'm saying though, so he couldn't have the foresight to know that he needed this.
But here's my
He's
thing.
thinking, yo, I'm doing this photography for my friend. We're gonna be
Right.
good. I'm gonna take a break.
And I get that.
Blah blah blah.
But that's like if I hired you for my wedding. At the end of the day, as us being friends, I wouldn't ask you to help me move, nigga, without actually thinking like, damn, my nigga's gonna need some water. He gonna be hungry after
Right,
he
but
help.
moving and being somebody's photographer on a hot day.
So
But
pretty,
I would
pretty
also
much.
shoot you.
So what
some
Johnson
money
is
for
trying to
moving.
say is like, nigga, if he asks you to do some shit and you his friend, he's gonna include you into the count.
Right,
Fucking
but
deal.
as the groom, first of all, number one, you're dealing with your wife. I doubt that you're focused on making sure that the photographer eats.
No, but y'all gotta get an accurate count of niggas they gotta eat.
No. But I'm saying from the standpoint of like, I'm gonna tell you as the photographer that I'm gonna reimburse you for food.
I got him.
Oh no. You wouldn't reimburse him, but you make sure the nigga eats.
When you sit down
Right.
talking to your future wife and you're like, okay, here are all the guests. We also got to make sure that the if we have live music,
Nigga, I'm depending on her to tell me.
Here's my thing.
No,
Okay,
I'm
so
not.
she might bring it up, but guess what? She might not. But goddamn it,
Bro,
you
women
niggas-
can't
look,
figure out what they want to eat for
them.
themselves half the time. You gonna put that on women?
Yeah, because they're great blenders.
But wait.
Bullshit.
Stop
They
it.
can't figure out what they want to eat for themselves.
But everybody else, they can tell the motherfuckers what to do.
That one.
That seems like a special
That
ed, bro.
course.
Nah,
But
You
hang
know,
on.
that part I wouldn't leave on a woman.
No, first of all,
Not saying it like that,
but nah, bro. I would vehemently disagree with this nigga, bro. I would disagree with you, bro. If I'm holding the event, I don't care if you think the event is for the wife or not. It's the fact that if I got people helping me out, you're gonna eat and you're gonna get something to drink. I don't give a fuck who got something to say, even if the wife. We can fight. You don't help you don't help me out on something and be like, you can't get food or drink. Like, bro, I had 12-hour shifts, bro, and motherfuckers forgot to give me a break. The motherfucking cop gave me a water. Stopped by, I was like, hey, bro, you need a water? Yeah. So I know how that feels. So ain't no damn way. I don't give a fuck who running what. Wife, me, fucking Jesus. If you didn't forgot who to give somebody who helped us out a break, I'm gonna have a motherfucking
Chris
problem.
said the couple, they would have got shit. It's too late. No pay equals no
And the
pictures.
groom would have got
Well, they better remember in detail.
right? And the groom would have got beaten.
I hope you drink
And
water.
maybe his groomsman, because I'm calling my homie.
Slow down your
He catching a
Alzheimer's.
full-on turkey.
Because you're
I'm
gonna
gonna
remember
pull
this
up and
shit.
air that bitch out.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Gonna pull
here's the
up.
thing, AC called me and said,
That's why I said I'm gonna
yo,
air it out.
one of his homeboys paid him for 10 hours. At first, the first thing I'm gonna say is, damn, that's a long ass time, bro. But if AC says, I ain't had no breaks, bro, yo, he's been an asshole, I haven't eaten, I'm be like, okay, so what direction do you want to take this? Because
Pulling
we
up
can
with the
take it
freedom
in a
apparatus.
professional direction and you could just walk off site, delete the picture. Those are things I would say. But there's alternative direction in which we can ruin the whole day. And I'm with that.
This nigga is extra.
I'm with that. I'm with that. You're my best friend. There's not a lot
Okay,
out
what's
here
our last
that's willing to
subject
do.
tonight?
Like,
Y'all let us
you
know in the
told me you
comments
went down, I'm
Who
with
you
it.
think was the asshole? Was
Let's
it the
go.
couple?
Ignorant.
Was the photographer?
The
Or was
fucking
it
couple.
There's a lot of comments.
The fucking couple.
Sherrod does have a point on being the bad businessman. I felt he should have kept the
That's
picture
leverage.
just in case.
That's what I said.
Chris said all the hired help should have been fed regardless.
I mean, I'm an asshole. I was an asshole.
And Nico bring the freedom apparatus.
I'm
Look,
because
Look,
now we gotta ask about which freedom apparatus we bringing.
Oh yeah, because I ain't spend $1,100
I'm
on
just saying,
not
are we
shooting.
bringing the Springfield? Are we bringing the Glizzy? Are we bringing
The melee?
the Juggernaut Tactical?
My
Are
Springfield
we
bigger than
bringing-
yours. Though.
All right. So either way,
I'm
shout out to
okay.
Freedom
Like
Apparatus.
Lil Wayne out here, they got
I hope
army
that
guns.
Terran Tactical 2011 comes
Got
down
army
the price
guns.
a little bit so I can buy it. Yeah, I ain't stayed in California and they're super ass gun laws. But what's the
Fucking
what's the
social.
last topic?
Biden motherfucking
No.
cutting HBUs.
I got a question for y'all.
That's what it is. But go ahead.
I got a question for y'all. Y'all niggas got what would y'all consider to be a pet peeve? I got that's a genuine question. What would you consider to be a pet peeve?
But from who?
Oh,
In general.
I got
Just
one
in
for
general.
you. Here's my pet peeve: walking on the sidewalk when you know people are going both directions, and then people being groups be talking, forget like they don't see the motherfuckers coming, and they want to take up the whole sidewalk.
Mhm.
Some of them should be punched in the fucking face.
Agreed.
But I walk through those people.
Agreed.
Like, you call me an asshole, I'll walk through.
People who say they're gonna show up but they don't show up.
I do that a lot. So I can understand. I get called annoying a lot. So I can understand that.
I'm gonna say the only pet peeve probably that I really have is when crackheads ask you for money. Like
You don't know whether they gonna spend
because
it on.
like these niggas have no type of facial recognition or nothing. Like for instance, last week, nigga, right? I went to Target with Father Time to go pick some shit up, right? This one black motherfucker on the bike decided he want to ask niggas for money. Bro, you done asked the wrong time. Nigga, first of all, I'm going to Target, so you know I done already spent the grip. Okay? Now, second thing is, right? Now, I got to go back to Target later on in the week. Now, this motherfucker's office bike just parked the bitch over there with the carts and gonna have a nerve, yo, OG. Hey, you mind sparing some change? Motherfucker, I ain't got no change, bro. You understand? Gas is $4.79. Shit. I'm gonna be out here with you. So, yes, crackheads asking me for money is a fucking pet peeve at this point because I ain't got it. Fuck y'all. Fucking bitch.
You feel strong?
You feel very strong.
Bro, that shit is annoying as fuck.
I got y'all, man.
Fuck
That-
that. Fuck it.
That's a pet peeve for you?
That is, oh my nigga.
I don't
It
know.
don't, it don't
That's
matter.
genetic though, bro.
My nigga, no, fuck out of here, bro. If you have a dead tooth that's been there for over 5 to 10 years, and your teeth is doing a sidewalk crip stance, and they're like,
Everybody don't got dental, bro. That's fucked up.
I don't give a fuck.
That's fucked up.
Check this out, my nigga.
So they got
fix
rope?
it. Fix it, or work on keeping your mouth shut to where you don't expose your teeth as much when you talk.
No, if anything, you got the resources to
Les said, Les said 2 things. He said, people who chew bubble gum like they broke his foot.
I know exactly
I know
what
what
you mean.
you mean.
'Cause that's when they be like,
and then they pop that shit 2 or
Yeah.
3 times. Like, I'll be like, bro.
I mean, what's the second
oh
one?
my God.
And Les said, AC got PTSD.
Yeah, definitely. Because he was way too like
animated with that shit.
Okay, so see, here's the thing. I'm not gonna front. Like, as far as like just being, and this is no bullshit, being a good human being, for sure. Like, I've gone to Target or Walmart a bunch of times and seen families in the parking lot just asking, like, yo, like, don't buy me a meal. Buy my kids a meal.
Mhm.
I can do that. I can buy you a meal.
Yeah.
Right? But when I know you're not even, like, the fact that you won't even accept low key what you saying that you need because you just want the cash, you had me fucked up. But now, right, I don't got to deal with this once. I got to go to 7-Eleven, trying to get some fucking coffee to get up for the morning, and I got to deal with that crackhead. Then I got to go to Target, I got to deal with that crackhead. Then I got to go over here down the street, over here by the barbecue spot, and I got to deal with that fucking crackhead. At some point, like, you niggas need to have a meeting about, yo, we as crackheads should probably chill out. It's just like that one nigga.
No, they on
I don't know if you ever seen the, hold on, no. The one nigga that be on Crenshaw and then he'll be on Century and then he'll be on Manchester. That motherfucker got one sign. That nigga's had that shit for at least 6-7 years.
efficiency.
And the motherfuckers just be out here full on going. That's just like the niggas who be lying about the motherfuckers who be dying in their family. Nigga, don't ask me for shit.
You know my favorite ones though? There's this one industrious crackhead or
You got a favorite crackhead?
She said industrious.
he's industrious.
My favorite crackhead is nigga
That's
off
funny.
10 freeway. But go ahead.
When he's on the 105 and he collects bombs. I
Oh,
love him.
turning
He
on
turns
Central.
on Central.
When
Yes.
you're turning left on the 105, I fuck with him
Yeah, I
because
fuck
that
with
nigga's
him.
willing to go get his money.
Yes. So like he'll be out there and he'll be like, you got bottles, and you gonna throw away anyway. He be out there just getting your bottles. He stacks and stacks. And that man be making he makes cash.
So you got to think for like a good 4 or 5 hours throughout the day.
That's all you
It's
doing.
traffic right there. Like it's 2 lights, people gonna get stuck. You get hella bottles. I know. I go over there every time I go over there. I get a nigga like 3-4 bottles because I drink a lot of water. So I give him a gang of
That
bottles.
nigga, everything. He get my juice bottles. He get the water bottles. He get
Yeah.
all that.
I'm saying. So I understand.
Thank you for Kelly reminding me of that nigga.
But-
Shout out to that nigga.
But I got one for y'all, man. I think my biggest pet peeve is people like I have on this hat right now, right? Something that bothers me, bothers me to my core, can send me to a fucking murderous rampage.
Niggas bang on you for your head.
No. When people hit my fucking hat,
Dog. Hey,
that shit
hey,
bothers me because
Wait,
gee,
hit your hat like what's
like
like
any
this.
fucking way,
who
like dog,
like that though.
bro, you
you do that a lot.
I do that when you fuck with me.
No, nigga, it don't matter. You do that shit a lot, and those days I be really sitting there considering like, damn, can I kill this nigga and get away with it? Like I'm not even joking with you.
Boy, wait. But leading up to that, do you fuck with me?
But did I hit your hat?
Nigga, I don't be
It doesn't
wearing a
matter.
hat. I don't wear a hat.
The
nigga.
point of what I'm saying is, my nigga, I spent $35 on this motherfucker. Don't
touch my
like,
shit.
bro. Don't touch my shit. Like, that's fucking crazy. Like, I don't care how cool we are. That shit pisses me off, like to the bottom of my fucking being, my nigga. Like, That shit, I swear to God, like I be sitting there thinking, like, dog, if I shoot this nigga right now, could I get away with it? Can I shoot him two times and get away with it? No,
Oh well, then there you go. You have to learn the lesson.
nigga, that's not a lesson to be learned. That's stupid.
Chris said two things. He said one. He said no dental, but they got pliers.
That's what I'm saying. That's more of a dental.
And he also said, "Fuck the crackheads, assert your dominance, asking for change first. It doesn't matter."
Oh shit! You know what? He just changed up the game.
Chris would do
He
some
just
shit.
changed up.
I can respect that.
Oh my god!
I've never thought about that, Chris. I'm gonna let you know. We're gonna turn it tomorrow. We're gonna figure this shit out.
You know what?
I'm lying.
I'm gonna test this theory.
I swear to God.
Tomorrow we're going to Food for Less to go fuck with the tamale man.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's
you know,
a
tamale
tamale.
man sell shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Les also said, "Yo, we as crackhead."
What?
Whoa.
We shit. I don't know if he say that, but he said crackheads need to leave AC alone. But truth though, AC talking all that same shit on this side of the world.
Oh shit.
Okay, that's not what's up, but
There's crack
that's what's up that
everywhere.
you feel where he's coming from.
I don't know. I don't know why it's hard to imagine.
This is a worldwide thing.
It's not hard for me to imagine.
Well,
crack in South
I
Africa.
can see it being a little hard to imagine crack in South Africa, but they probably have fucked up ass people that's on drugs in South Africa.
But they got money for shits. They can import and export anything that they want to. Why is it hard to imagine crack being one of the things that they
Because when I say Africa, I don't think of crackheads.
Yeah. Like when you think about crack, no, that's for real though. When you think about crack, you think about the Americas. You think about the Americas.
That's
when you think
fair,
about crack.
but it still it doesn't shock me that is.
Why Germany?
With crack, like I think of Russia as drunks. Like I think of like.
But why Germany with crack?
Like
Germany ain't never had a crack epidemic.
No, I think that. Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
I've seen
This is a
Germany-
psychologist. He would offer crack to his friends.
Here's my
That's
thing.
when
Y'all
crack
just
first
asked
came
that
out.
question.
Yeah, when it first came out.
Hang on, y'all just asked the question. Why would I view it that way? I've seen enough videos of them hitting fucking pipes and shit and being fucking just drugged out, cracked out and shit, and like getting in fucking massive ass fights. Like I've seen the shit, so that's crackhead shit to me.
That's racist. I don't know what
You can
I don't know
say
if
that's racist.
racist, my nigga. That's druggist.
Hey, but no, it's no longer the crack, bro. They got that, they got that crocodile shit. That shit a whole nother monster, bro. That shit deteriorates your body, and them niggas be looking at this shit and still smoking the shit like, nigga, your legs are good.
Like, bro,
and be smoking it. Why are you looking at your legs like you look like an anorexic person getting their muscles eaten up? Motherfucking
bro, they don't care. They don't care.
I know. That's the
crack.
It don't matter.
Crack niggas care.
Crocodile.
These niggas have superhuman strength. These niggas can carry a motherfucking refrigerator down Western. What are we talking about? What crack is we talking about?
That's because of the population.
Because they deliver your refrigerator with care, bitch.
No, they don't. They steal your refrigerator.
They carry that bitch
They
on their
stealing
back.
it. They stealing it. Because they're not delivering shit, but to their own fucking crack house.
You need to talk to this nigga, bro.
No, nigga, you need to.
Crackheads deliver shit with care,
I was
bro.
gonna say
Them niggas deliver that shit better than fucking FedEx.
you give a crackhead $15 in a Corona, my nigga. They will carry your shit for 5 miles on their back.
Nigga, but that's not.
Nigga, that's everything.
And that motherfucker will make it there without a scratch.
Facts, nigga.
Facts. Big facts.
Nigga, they're gonna drop this shit and freak the fuck out.
No, they
don't know
not.
how to deal with
Not
it.
a real crackhead.
This shit.
That nigga's a professional.
I don't even understand how we ended it.
Yes. Not one of these goofy ass niggas who can't control
That
emotion.
nigga's a jack of all trades. You give a crackhead.
I'm just saying, you these crackheads who love their crackhead.
That
They're like,
nigga's
yo,
an electrician.
I
That
need
nigga's
to
a
lie.
plumber. That nigga's
That's
a mover.
fucking crazy.
Oh my god.
So, Kelly, do we have any more topics for this evening?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
So
All right.
apparently, Biden plans to cut funding to all HBCUs.
Yes.
So basically, let me double check, make sure I get.
How much were they supposed to get?
Like
a lot, like 45.
yeah, it's supposed to be like it was over $40 million.
45 billion.
40 billion.
45 billion
Oh,
was supposed to go to HBCUs, but Biden's cutting down to $2 billion for education programs. But he can give the Afghan refugees $6 billion.
Look, I'm gonna keep it real, and I'm not just saying this because I'm lit. I've been saying this for quite some time. Don't get me wrong, I don't necessarily really fuck with Donald Trump. I appreciated how just stupid the motherfucker was and how openly stupid he was. But I think these are some of the things that voters are gonna regret, because Joe Biden was the same nigga that sat up here and said, "Yo, if you black and you don't vote for me, nigga, you not black." Nigga, what? I have to vote my interests. The same way any other group has to vote their interests, right? So now HBCUs put so much backing behind Joe Biden and vote for things that are right, vote for or vote your conscience, etc., etc. And now they probably asked themselves out of all of the money that they were supposed to have. Because guess what? As shitty as Trump was, he probably would have actually gave them niggas that money. So you taking resources out of your school.
Oh no,
it's
a way to get it out of, but it was possible.
No, what I'm saying, like, you're taking resources out of not only your school, right? Because we know Howard's going to be okay, but we don't know if Alabama State's going to be okay. We don't know if Tuskegee's going to be okay. We don't know if any of these other smaller HBCUs, right? We don't know if any of these smaller HBCUs are actually going to be okay. So y'all might have literally just fucked yourself because you've fallen into this whole vote Democrat. Like, people need to start being their own thinkers. They have to start looking at what's best for them.
I think I think that I don't know why black people feel like any of these motherfuckers support you, because they're not. Straight up and down. Since when?
But even
Democrat, Republican, whoever, whatever,
Because
ain't
Obama got elected,
nobody for us. Even Obama.
But I'm saying though, when Obama got elected, black people felt like they had somebody in office who understood what they were going through. Like, let's not.
Oh, you hoped. But
No, you wasn't no hope.
That's why he got the vote.
I think
the nigga was from Chicago. His mom was white. His dad was black. Granted, the nigga was from Hawaii. We don't know too many niggas from Hawaii. But you felt like, nigga, with Barack Obama in office, this is a nigga who understands you.
I think he understood. Understanding doesn't lead to action though.
No, he couldn't do anything. He was blocked on so many levels, and a lot of it was because he was black.
So yeah, so I get it. You vote for him because you feel like he gonna understand, but people don't understand that. Understanding doesn't lead to action. You can understand a lot, that don't mean you're gonna do shit about it.
I wouldn't even say for Barack Obama that it was because he's black. Because if you look at this fucking game, the Democrats and the Republicans play, they always do some shit where whatever one tries to do one thing, they try to block it and be like, well, it's not for you. It's like none of this shit's for you. Because mostly what they do is they'll pull out some shit and then throw some shit into the bill and be like, look, if you want this, you gotta pull this shit with it. So they both keep playing this really fucking power game. It's like, I don't care if you black, Mexican, white, Chinese. This shit ain't for nobody. This shit is for the motherfuckers who got the money to do the lobbying, and you niggas ain't got the motherfucking money.
That part.
And then the whole part is like that you have. Most people don't do no research. Most people don't really listen to different people. But you had John Henry Clark years ago. He said, black people, you have no allies. Ain't nobody come to help you. Ain't nobody come to save you. And then you had Dr. Claude Anderson, who really wrote a book and then gave you every law that was used to get something for somebody else and to fuck you over. He told you how they did it. He told you when they did it. He tell you the law so you can go look it up yourself. And ain't nobody listening. And then you had Ice Cube who literally tell people got on like, oh, he a rapper. He don't know what the fuck you talking about. But you didn't have time to actually listen to what the man said. He said, I didn't come up with this. He said, I got together with professors from different colleges and they helped me work this out. I may have had the idea, but they are the ones who constructed the contract with Black America. He said, you will no longer get my vote if you do not give me something for my vote. That's all he was saying.
So we think the next time around,
hell no.
They should be bothered. I think at this point,
people are too caught up in the bullshit.
Oh, you gotta
I'm sorry.
Like, I think at this point, Black people need to stop waiting for the great white woman to save us. We be trying to go along with the law. We be trying to follow the rules, and nobody else is following the rules. It's like playing Monopoly, and everybody else got money, and you just keep landing on everybody else's property. You don't win that
We
way.
keep giving everybody else money, but we won't use our own
give
money to do.
ourselves money. We need to stop that shit.
But the crazy part about what you're saying, Kelly, you had several Black intellectuals who have spoke on this and wrote about this and have even created a fucking plan of how to not do this shit, and nobody has listened. You had fucking Carter G. Woodson with Miseducation of the Negro, where he expressly said, you will go and work for this company and build another man's company up, but you won't use your education to build a business in your neighborhood, which is poor, in order to bring money into your neighborhood. And he said that's defeating you. And even with Claude Anderson, he said every other immigrant, people of different culture who immigrated here, what they have done, they have pulled their money, built their businesses, and after they build their businesses, they make sure they have a politician that's going to work for what their interest is in their community, and that's how they do it. Then they send their kids to college, then they build their doctors. Because if you look at the Asians got banks all over.
But that's unfair.
Asians got. No, I know what you're saying. I know why you're saying it's unfair, but it's just the practice. We started the practice,
right? Because if we go back to like, okay, Black Wall Street, right? They did it,
right, but we never
got punished.
Yeah, but we never continued. So I told a man, I guess he was a psychology student. He said, "What do you think for us to do to get this together?" I said, "We don't have the mental tenacity to do this. This is why we keep failing, because we got punched. Yes, we did. We got punched like a motherfucker. Yeah, but we don't look at it as this is a race and it is a competition. And I feel like that's not taught in schools. They don't tell you this is a race and it's a competition, because it will sound like it's creating division, but it's actually the game that everybody's playing. Your race and your competition is to gather resources and gather those resources to make sure that your offspring that come behind you have it better than you have. Now, we've had opportunities we squandered, and we had opportunities when people have fucked us over. But if this is a competition, when have you ever thought somebody you was competing against was going to let you win?
But see, that's the thing. I can't necessarily look at it as a competition, because for us to look at competition, that would mean that just like on the football field, everything is equal. That means you got 53 guys, I got 53 guys, right? I got an offense, you got an offense. You got a defense, I got a defense. But a lot of times, that's not how things work. When you look at the fight, first of all, of Black people, and then, if you want to go into the differences between Black men and Black women and some of the things that Democrats and other people have done to kind of pit people against each other, a la Section 8 or any of those county things that people receive, because you weren't allowed to have a Black man in the home if you were receiving these types of benefits. And then again, with there's a reason why Black people probably make up what, Kelly, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't like Black people, we make up 14% of probably the population, or 20% of the population, but we make it probably 60% of the people who are incarcerated in this country. There's a reason for that. Because so when we start to look at who actually has ankle weights tied around their ankles, a lot of these people who are coming from these different countries don't have those issues because there's no prejudice against them. So as much as don't get me wrong, I say that all the time. Like, hey, Black people, we got to stop making excuses. But at the same time, if something is necessarily built against you thriving, unless you're playing a sport or being a rapper or any of these other things, you're going to have an issue. Now, there are a few who make it through the cracks, right? Those are the Black doctors that you see, or the Black so-and-sos and Black so-and-so. But those people have built a network that other Black people can thrive on. But for the majority of us, we don't have that.
I would still disagree with you about that, though.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm disagreeing with you is about, it's a passage from the Bible that says, "My people suffer from the lack of knowledge." Right. People have recorded this and have it on paper, but when you look at people today, most people don't even know that the shit actually happened. You don't know the fact that what they did, the Moynihan report. Now this is a white man who wrote it.
Okay, go ahead.
And his whole thing was just like, look, you people keep having babies out of wedlock. You keep spending money this way. He's like, in a couple of years, you ain't gonna have shit. And then he tells the president, now, yes, this is where it comes in when you say what people against it. The president says, oh, well, he says, let's include black people economically, which we didn't really have the backing for anything.
Okay.
He said, we need to include black people economically because this will help them not do what they're doing. President says, oh, no, we're going to bring these immigrants in and we're going to bring them in so they can do the job so we can keep black people as a permanent bottom class.
Okay.
So to what you're saying, I understand what you're saying, but it's when you read the knowledge of what they're doing, because it's not like they outsmarting you. What they're doing is we don't read laws. We damn sure don't be reading books. And everything I said, somebody done put out in the law and put out in the book, but we didn't read it. We just assume, oh, they're going to help us. No. And we've had repeatedly, people told you had the Nation of Islam to tell you the same damn thing. Said, no, you need to start building your own schools, growing your own food, so you can stop depending on them.
Okay.
Malcolm X spoke about it. So we had Malcolm X. And it's like we've had ample people who's like, look, yes, I know that they have done this to us. Like Malcolm X, like he said in his speech, he said, okay, you told me to pull myself up by my bootstraps. But how am I going to pull myself up when I don't have no bootstraps? But here's the thing. Don't worry about me coming to your building and looking for a job. Don't worry about me asking for anything. But don't get in my motherfucking way either.
Okay.
And it's like, if black people, we pass down this trauma from what we have going on, but we never enter the solution. Like, yeah, but this is not a competition of fairness. There's no such thing as fucking fairness at all. As much as we would like it, it's not. Do you think white people play fair when they went and got slaves? No.
White people ain't never played fair in any
There's no other culture that played fair in gaining resource. There is no fair. There is only taking opportunity of what is given. And when we start looking at that, they have only taken opportune moments of what we're doing, any little infighting that we have, how they did in Africa. They only took advantage of that. They didn't come with nothing no better than that. So we got to stop looking at, well, we have stress. Yeah, I got weights on my ankles, but don't think I got weights on my ankles don't mean I can't move. Because we didn't have many black people who had the weights more than we got now. Okay. And they didn't move and got it. But we didn't take that and say, well, if he can do it, let me talk to you, brother. How'd you do what you did?
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I was just talking about the people who are on the
Okay, I got a quick comment after that.
Okay.
We can
E-Man does have a point here. Same thing happening here. This is less talking. Also, why the education in public schools are so lacking compared to affluent schools. Money is the controlling narrative. We are the highest demographic with the lowest potential outcome because also our surroundings affect. Ask yourself why there's so many places to buy drinks in the black communities versus building libraries for our kids to flourish.
Okay, and what about the other? I know there was another one.
Chris said we need to push to include ourselves, not hope for a handout from someone else or any organization. And we can keep going off of the white narrative. Honestly, I don't care how this goes off. Brothers and sisters, we are royalty. Act like it. How the fuck how the media describes us. We don't have to keep giving into that. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
So 2 things. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Everybody you meet is not royalty. That's number one. Everybody can't be kings. No, I'm not responding to you.
No.
You know what I mean? But everybody can't be royalty, right? I think part of the issue with black people is that black people also have to learn how to follow. And then I think on the other hand, was kind of an oxymoron, or maybe kind of contradicting myself. Black people have to learn how to think for themselves, a la HBCUs, right? The right thing, right, would tell you we need to vote for Joe Biden, right? While the right thing may have been, okay, well maybe we needed to vote for Trump because he would have actually been able to, provide us with funds that were going to be able to help sustain ourselves. Now, getting back to the comment that you made about the Bible, one of the problems that I think you're going to have now with that argument is that there are a lot of people who don't necessarily believe in what the Bible is saying. So when you say the Bible says X, Y, and Z, some people might tell you, okay, well that's, white man made, and I don't necessarily believe in that, et cetera, et cetera. So some of these principles that you're pulling from may not be applicable or applicable to a lot of other people. Right? Like I said the other day, I know y'all niggas laughed at me, but I see a lot of people out here talking about chakra now. I see a lot of people talking about energy. I see a lot of people talking about moonstones. I see a lot of people talking about frequencies. Hell, I met a nigga last Saturday that was talking about how we're connected to the earth, and nigga, I need to, whenever I'm doing gardening, I gotta let my feet touch the goddamn grass.
Because that connection.
And the Bible talks about, or I'm sorry, he said that I was dissecting the Bible wrong because the Bible was more about astrology, and he connected the Jesus walking on water to the moon or the sun reflecting off the water. So I'm just saying that now you're when you start talking about black people, everybody doesn't think the same thing. So that can be either a good thing or a bad thing. But at the end of the day, I think, unfortunately, everybody's not going to be on the same page, especially in this time and day. I think maybe back in the day when everybody kind of thought the same, that would have been a thing. But now where everybody feels like their opinion matters, you're going to see less of that. But then also you're going to see more division in the sense of like, okay, cool, Howard University has most of the money, and we were dependent on this $45 billion that we're not getting.
I understand what you're saying, but I would say to that even if you do not believe in the Bible, the statement can be applied without any biblical sense.
Okay.
Because as you say, they have knowledge is power. Well, knowledge and the using of that knowledge is power. We don't know, so we don't understand what's going on. We really don't pay attention to it. Like how many people will sit and watch a Democratic channel, important news, and watch a Republican channel, then go read the actual article themselves and decide for themselves. Mostly people, period, not going to do that.
Right. That's not even black people.
That's people. Yeah, it's just most people.
If I'm Republican, I'm watching Fox. If I'm a Democrat, I'm watching.
But I feel like that when in terms of the lack of knowledge, we won't study it. Like they'll teach us about the Constitution and whatnot, but it depends on the teacher you have, because you might have that teacher that may be like, no, you about to really learn how to do this shit.
Right, but everybody can't have a Miss Denny.
Like you can't. Everybody don't have the same teacher, so I feel like that also imparts in the lack of knowledge where we have to take control of it ourselves. So I'm not going to depend on the school system, which is continuing to fail our children, to teach them something I know damn well they're going to need. But that's because I know it. So I feel like if you're going to go as for Black sense, as for the real people, you're going to have to teach them or give it to the children, whether they're your children, whether you're a teacher. Like just because you're not a teacher don't mean you can't teach somebody something. Because there's been many things I know you've learned, and I learned from people who weren't actually teachers.
Facts.
So I feel like we have to educate our children, our cousins. Like you're not gonna catch everybody. Malcolm X said we ain't gonna catch everybody. Some people gonna get left by the wayside, but there's gonna be the ones who gonna really want to know. And if you have the information, you can tell them, not allow them to know. So I feel like that's how you combat that. And I feel like we get so caught up in this news of the chakras and stuff. I'm like, look, that's cool, that's nice, but that ain't teaching about these laws that these white people and these congressmen are doing to screw over everybody.
Right.
That ain't helping me.
There's some more comments in the thread. Chris had a couple of comments. He said, we need to push to include ourselves. We need to keep going. We can't keep going off the white narrative. No person needs to follow. If God made us in his image, we are nothing less than God himself. Money holds no true value. I consider myself an atheist since I was 14. What I depend on is critical thinking. And Chris said, I don't know you, but I love you for this statement. Amen. And then or for Les's statement, I'm not sure. And then that says we are Black people. We don't need no savior. We are literally do better and free ourselves. But I feel that we look at all the work needed to be done and we give up just like that.
Okay, now rewind just a little bit. Now, who said the comment to you, man?
I don't know if he's talking to. I don't know if Chris was talking to Les, or who was he talking to?
Oh,
Like,
okay, 'cause
is it what's
Ken's
Chris?
talking to-
What's Chris? What's his last name?
Mitchell.
Mitchell.
No, yeah. So
Yeah,
he's
he-
talking to Les. Chris
Yeah, he
Mitchell
got
knows.
it
So
wrong.
yeah, Chris Mitchell knows, right?
That's bro.
We
I
play
was just
football
about to
with
say,
him.
Wait, Chris Mitchell?
Yeah, we play
Don't
football
know
with
you,
him.
nigga? Oh,
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Kelly don't know. Kelly, we
Oh yeah, that goes way back like 2000. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, but
But-
he's talking to Les about what Les is.
but yeah,
What
but
did Les just say?
Uh,
We are black people.
you don't need a
No.
savior.
Oh yeah, okay. We can literally do better and free ourselves, but I feel that we look at all the work needed to be done and we give up just like that. I can say I probably half agree with that statement. I think some of the things that immigrants probably are better at is the fact that, you know, as much as black people are going through things, you know, people immigrating from other countries are probably going through worse.
Yeah.
So when you talk about some of these groups that are going through wars and some of these genocides right now, right, that's right now. And they feel the sense of urgency of getting somewhere, being able to set up their families as to where, you know, now, you know, and this is not saying all black people, but, you know, you get black people who are just very much entrenched or comfortable in where they are, as compared to somebody who had everything taken from them and willing to work for next to nothing and betting on themselves to kind of set up their future.
No. I feel like black people, we have that mentality where we're done working less for less than next to nothing because our ancestors basically did that shit.
basically.
So it's like
Right,
people, so it's like
I get what you're saying.
right.
though.
So it's
I'm
like
with you. Go ahead.
when immigrants are coming, they're like, I work less than. It's like, nigga, my ancestors already do that. Why I'm doing the same shit?
Because you ain't put in the work your ancestors did, and that's the part that I think is somewhat lost, right? If you play football and you were all city or all state, whatever, that was you,
Right.
right? You have a kid and your son still has to put in
Work.
the work that it takes to be all city or all state. He can't rely on your name to be all city and all state. And I think that's sometimes where people get lost at is, oh, my answers. Nigga, you ain't had a conversation a day in the life of these motherfuckers.
Right. I see what you're saying. Like, I agree with you, but the way I was looking at it as your ancestors work to get you to a spot. Not saying that you don't have to work for next to nothing,
Right? No,
but like they work to give you a platform, and then you build on top of that platform. So like they didn't finish it, but they gave you a little bit more for you to work on. And then after a while, we were progressing that way. But I know I can't remember the year when this happened. So you know how a lot of people from the South will move to the North, will move to the West, Midwest, whatsoever, because those towns have those factories. So the problems that we have in Compton, Chicago, and Houston, and all those, it didn't change until they moved those factories out and sent them overseas because they wanted to expand their profit margin. And I feel like they were never gonna tell people like, yeah, so we're gonna fuck your life over. You might want to think about that. Of course, they're not gonna tell people that. So there weren't enough jobs being created to give you that same type of lifestyle that you're gonna miss. That's why I go back to Carter G. Woodson when he was saying, build your own businesses, because they're going to move in their best interest, which is your profit margin. You got to move in your best interest, which is taking care of your people and the people in your neighborhood. And I felt that's something where we didn't understand as a people, because for so long we never really controlled anything. We just wanted to work, and they never made that move towards that.
All right, now hold on, Kelly. Before you go, I know Johnson has something to say, and then I want you to go.
No, it's okay.
Okay, so Kelly, you take over, and then I'm gonna give E-Man the last word, and then we're gonna end this out to 9 o'clock.
I feel like black people, like before the 70s, before mid-70s, before the crack epidemic, before all AIDS epidemic, before Section 8 housing, all that, black people had their own businesses.
No, we,
Black people were black people were very self-sufficient.
but
And
not
I-
all of
Black
us
Wall
though.
Street.
But
But
like black people tended to, after slavery, after Reconstruction, after all those things happened, black people had to constantly rebuild, because here come white people. Every time you build something, they come with torches, talk about you raped somebody. Oh, we gotta burn down the whole town. Oh, Somebody did something to me. Oh, we gotta destroy. A lot of times through, I would say a good 70 years, Black people would build up, tear down, be built up, be torn down. By the time the 70s came, we didn't rebuild after the 70s. It didn't happen. But in the 60s, in the 50s, Black people had their own because we were segregated. We were away from everybody.
Right. But that was also attributed to, not to cut you off, but that's also attributed to Martin Luther King with him fighting for the segregation. Because towards the end of his life, he's like, I think I integrated our people into a burning building. Because the moment we start to integrate it,
it made us worse.
Because we no longer
integrating into.
Right, and we no longer owned anything. We wanted to be a part of what they had.
I think that's the word. I think integration was the worst thing that ever happened.
I said that to a professor of mine because he actually.
I only disagree because I'm a big spree.
Right, like he said that I said it to a professor of mine because he was asking like, what happened to Black people? We were going to college, we were doing Exodus, and then it all turned down. I was like, well, we had those Black people who went to college. We had those Black people who didn't go to college, but who worked in factories, who just hard work. Then you had those people who didn't want to work at all. It was criminal. But when we started integrating, and they started to separate people, move to a better area because we wanted to be around white people. We didn't want to be around our own people. The moment you did that, when you had that parent who didn't know anything, who taught you the wrong thing, so you're not gonna be nothing. No white people ain't gonna hire you. Or you can't be that, you can't do that. You lost sight of that person who was actually a legit lawyer, who was a doctor, who was an engineer, who had their own business. Because they went and moved into a better neighborhood because they're thinking, I want to move somewhere better and it's better around white people. Well, you lost that image. So your parents tell you, oh, you're not going to be nothing. You could look down the street, explain that nigga then. That killed that whole argument because you couldn't tell me, oh, you can't do that. So-and-so daddy is a doctor. What you mean?
No, I get what you
So-and-so daddy do this. So-and-so mama do this. What you mean? Yeah. So you can't tell me that when I got an example that's down the street to say, what you talking about is false, daddy. You don't know what the hell you talking about. But when we separated ourselves, it's like how Malcolm X said. He said, coffee is strong when you drink it straight. He said, you keep putting cream in it until it's no longer strong and do the effect that it's supposed to do.
Definitely.
What happened? Not exactly what happened to it.
Right.
All right. So here we go. I'm gonna take us out again, man. Thank you for all of your support. We were getting ready to just start taping, but obviously,
people like us live.
Kelly, she learned that people like us live, so we appreciate all the love and support that you guys are giving. We always want to end with a message, so we're gonna end with the same message that we always end with. Is number one, we may not know any of you all, but we wish you all the best in life. We want to let you know that you are loved, and to love yourself, and that other people value you as a person, whether or not we know you or not. And we just want to let you know, man, continue to love, continue to push positivity. We want to thank you guys for all your love and support. And we want to thank anybody who's ever even listened, walked, talked, or, even said anything about this podcast. But again, I just want to let you guys know that by us, you are loved, and love yourself, and to keep going. And there's always a journey out there that you're out there to finish. I don't know what the hell we doing next week, but I'm glad we got here. We are the alcohol enthusiasts. Love you all. Thank you all. And we're out.